live with Bearded Legend and
Lvcid.
I know your Instagram name, but I didn't get the actual
Lvcid Pharaoh.
Lvcid Pharaoh.
Yeah, okay, all right. Lvcid Pharaoh
on Instagram.
in the house.
Hey.
Welcoming back Bearded Legend.
Yeah.
Just a lot to talk about tonight. I can't even speak right now. These guys are headed out to LA, is it?
Yeah. Los
Okay.
Angeles.
End of the month.
May 31st.
Yep.
So is it only that day, or is it like a couple of show days?
It's only that day.
Okay.
At
all
least
right.
for now, because this is our first Grimm Fest in Los Angeles, but we want to make like a whole fucking thing out of it. So,
Right.
yeah.
And so wait, Grimm Fest. I thought Grimm broke up.
No. It was April Fool's. A lot of people missed that. Torchface posted, I'm trying to call them by their names because people might not know their real names, but Torchface posted on his shit, so did Nodis, that it was all just April Fool's. All cameras, April Fool's. It was just kind of to like, obviously pull a joke and also to just show that like, you know, when everybody thought that Grimm broke up and that like Nodis and Torchface were actually beefing, everyone started like paying attention, and we were just like showing like, yo, like, why can't people pay attention when we're not beefing? You know,
good
like
things.
Yeah, exactly.
The
like,
negativity brings the attention.
Exactly.
It's like,
I was just gonna say that people love drama and controversy and
Yeah.
anything positive. I can't be
It's
bothered.
like they brush it
yeah,
off and take it for
exactly.
granted.
That's just the norm. Like
Yeah.
when you stray outside of the norm and you hear that, oh no, these two guys are beefing now or something
Yeah.
like that, it creates interest, which is kind of fucked up, obviously.
Nah,
but
it's mad annoying because we do a lot of shit together, and like, you know, people notice it and we appreciate the fuck out of it. But sometimes it's like you see like, bro, you don't, you know, like people that come out of the woodwork and they're like, why are you guys breaking up? It's like, why do you even care? You don't talk to us about anything else we do.
you
Like,
didn't pay
Where-
attention before.
right,
Yeah.
where were you a couple of weeks ago when
Yeah.
we just released that song or you know
yeah,
had
exactly,
that show
or that
or
video
whatever?
or anything like that, or especially like merch drops, like, you know, like 2 out of the actual like 15 people that hit you up are actually gonna buy it. Everyone else is like, bro, Friday, I swear. It's like, yo, you don't even gotta tell me. Just like, you know, if you want it, get it. If
Exactly.
you don't. You don't gotta
Don't say
you're
anything.
gonna. Yeah, like,
because you're making it almost worse to
yeah,
say
it looks,
that
it
you're
looks
gonna.
stupid. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
right?
fake love.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
Fake
stop
love.
showing the fake love.
Well, it's because people want their not even like their 15 minutes of fame, but they want to feel like, oh, Bearded Legend is
Just-
my boy,
yeah.
Lvcid Pharaoh is my boy. Like
Yeah.
I can hook you up with tickets. I
They
can.
want to be part of it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and the more attention you show them, the more they feel connected and like that, you know, they have that power over you or whatever. When
Yeah,
it's really
for
like
real.
We were
not
literally
dude.
just talking about this.
Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy, too, because the people who actually talk to me the least are there are people who don't talk to me at all, yet, like, when I drop merch, they buy it every
They're
time.
the biggest.
And I'm like, who is this guy? You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, I don't know this guy's Instagram or nothing, because, like, they never hit me up, but yet when I get merch, you know, I see, like, the same people buying it, and I'm like, how could, you know, this person ain't looking for no recognition, they just truly want to support
They're an
my
actual
shit.
fan. Yeah, exactly.
So I love that. And obviously, I don't care when people hit me up, too. I love when people hit me up. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how some of the people who hit you up the least or not at all are actually, like, supporting you the most. And that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah. Well, and
Shit.
that's the problem with social media is
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's helpful, but it's hurtful because people can just access reaching you guys at any point in time.
Yeah.
We literally on the way here we were talking about how
Yeah.
like we were talking about how some of our fans can't believe that we answer them.
Yeah.
You know, because some people, I mean, obviously bigger level artists, you know, it's hard for them to answer everybody.
Sure.
But at the level we're at right now, you know, where we can answer you, you know. And
Of
like,
course.
Some of our fans are just blown away that we answer them, and we're like, really?
Yeah, like,
Like-
dude, I'm just sitting here. Like, of course I'm going to answer you.
Of course.
I'm not, like, on a private jet to fucking Barbados, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sitting on my ass.
I
eating
got the
fucking-
notification on
yeah.
my phone.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, I think it also says that you guys are, you know, like,
Real people.
humble and, like,
Yeah.
not like, oh, I'm too good to respond. Because, like, there's people out there that have
There's people that have less than us that are that
Oh,
won't
yeah.
respond.
dicks.
that
Yeah,
think who
exactly.
They are.
Exactly. I mean, and I don't want to say that they're dicks because maybe they got something else going on that I don't know
or
about.
they have
but
a reason, yeah.
Or maybe
but
they have
still.
anxiety and they don't know how to answer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's
exactly.
true,
You know.
too.
They
It
use
happens.
rap as their escape.
There's
not,
definitely
not
like
actual
a lot of ego. Yeah.
social you know situations.
Exactly.
That's really interesting though. So are you part of Grimm?
I'm not part of it.
No.
No, I'm my own solo artist. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
like I've been friends with him through the internet for a while. Me and him actually kind of met each other on the internet, but we worked with a similar artist related to us, our friend Burgos. We both have songs with him, and that's how I heard about him.
Yeah.
Because I actually went to go hang out with Burgos because Burgos is from where I'm from, but we had never linked up. We were from the same town but never linked up, and our music kind of got popular, and we came out of the same place, so we decided to link up. And then he was like, "Do you know Joe, Bearded Legend?" I was like, "No, but I've heard his music with you."
Yeah.
You know, and then I just decided to hit up Joe and like,
Yeah.
just, you know, and this is my first time meeting Joe tonight.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
wow.
say
Yeah,
it
like,
worked out good. Fucking.
I just moved up here to New York City.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like Joe just tell
you guys seem like you've known each other for a while. I
No.
mean, that's what's great about the internet too.
It is, yeah.
You guys
And-
can basically catch up and talk before meeting, and then it's like
Exactly.
you guys know each
Exactly,
other when
dude.
you meet.
Yeah.
That's what it was. We talked online for a while because we both knew Burgos. They live in like
Florida. Yeah.
yeah, they live in Florida,
Okay.
and like he said, he just moved up here, and I knew he was coming up here, and I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna make time to chill with this dude. But then we were gonna do this, and I said, well, shit, I'll do both, cause. And then especially when you were like, yo, feel free to bring anyone, I was like, fuck it. Oh, I'll be like, yo, you fucking free on Wednesday? Let's go.
Yeah.
And he's like, hell yeah. And then yeah, we walked around for a bit, chilled.
Yeah, we were in the East Village earlier.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Hell yeah,
around.
good
we were
spot.
just bullshitting and whatever, and then fucking
Came over here.
like you
Okay.
said though, it's different. Even when I met the other dudes in Grimm for the first time in person last year, you talk to them so much, like online and even video chat and shit on the phone. It's like
Yeah.
basically the same thing.
Yeah,
know?
You
Like,
get a feel of it.
so when you're in person, it's just like you've known
It's
each
like
other
normal
for as
at
long
that
as
point
you've
in
known
time.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And me
So
and him
it's
like
dope.
support each other too.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, sure.
Obviously, everyone supports each other, but like
Yeah.
it's cool to like meet somebody that I didn't know beforehand, and he genuinely messes with my artwork, and
Yeah.
I mess with his stuff, and
No, that's
we just work
huge.
Together, you know?
I mean, like you need that in some sense too,
Hell
because you know, I mean, like individually, you guys can have your followers, but like you were saying before, like, oh, this girl is one of my fans, like,
yeah.
and she'll definitely check your stuff
Yeah,
out.
she
you
went-
know?
she-
like,
she
that's,
followed Joe,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Like that's
Yeah.
the way it
Exactly.
should be. You know, like instead of people in competition and bringing each other down, like should be building each other up and trying to collab and
Yeah,
And
help
me
each
and
other
Joe,
out.
it's perfect because me and Joe are like completely we're not opposite, but we make different types of music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like we're still within the hip hop genre,
Right.
But like me and Joe don't sound anything alike.
no.
Yeah.
So,
But
it's
even-
cool for me
even
and
if you
him
did-
to share, like people to like his stuff, and
Of course.
people to check out my stuff,
Of
get different
course.
tastes of music. You know,
Of
Hell
course.
yeah, dude. And like that's even like with Grimm too. Like all three of us make
different.
pretty different types of shit and talk about different stuff too.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what it should be like. Everybody doesn't have to do the same thing to like get along or like mix with each other, you know? So
Yeah.
It all complements each
yeah,
other.
exactly.
Exactly.
Works out dope.
Going back to like the internet thing though, I mean like the fact that you have the internet to use as far as like, you know, in comparison to say however many years ago when that wasn't an option.
Yeah.
You know, like that would be where it was more competition based because you just wanted everyone to listen to your
Oh, hell yeah,
mixtape or
dude.
whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Especially when you had to like grind and shit like before the internet when it was like, you know, to get noticed, you literally just had to go on fucking tour all the time and shit or hope someone invested in you.
You had to be really good at what you did
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
That's another thing the internet like. But go ahead, my bad.
No, but I was gonna say that too. I was like, you have to be good, but you also have to really be more willing. Like, I don't know if I could have done it as well or been able to gain confidence as easily in pursuing music and shit if I didn't have the internet. Because, you know, naturally I'm like a homebody and shit. So if I had to actually go out and tour like all fucking year in order to get like people to start to like me, I would be like, fuck that. Like,
Of course.
I just want to stay home, bruh.
Yeah.
But if I can stay home and make all my music at my house and then find out people like me, then it makes me, you know,
Wanna make
break
more
out
of
of my
it.
shell, yeah, and make more of it. And I'm more confident to where it's like, yeah, I want to do an interview. Yeah, I want to do a show in LA, you know, like, and the internet, like, when you're using it the right way, it really is like fucking awesome.
Beautiful.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like when you hear or you see like someone like Lvcid put out like a new song or whatever track, whatever you want to call it, does that give you like inspiration too, like based on the internet?
Yeah,
you know, like,
fuck yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
And it's just like, you know, because especially if you're tight with somebody too, it's like, oh fuck, like this is dope, like because when you see someone you're tight with, and again, like now we're all doing this show, it's like it sets it up for more of that. So like they keep putting out new shit, so do you. So now like the next time you guys want to do a show, more people have been like, you know, piling on to what you've been doing, and it's like, holy shit, we gotta see all these dudes now, like, because it's dope. It's definitely motivating. I mean, you know, fucking knock on wood, wherever the fuck it is, on my skateboard. I don't really ever need to like look for motivation. I usually have it just because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like that in itself just like pushes me all the time.
Right.
But if there ever are days where like maybe there's a full week where like I feel I didn't really do much music wise, I check out what my friends are doing and I'm like, oh shit, okay, they're fucking, you know,
Going hard.
moving steady,
course.
getting shit in. Let's do this. So we're all on like the same level and shit. We all raise each other up. You know, especially like as one of us might move further higher, you know, a little higher because we're doing more work.
It's like constructive
the other
competition.
one,
or
yeah,
Right.
exactly. So like we just
Never
keep pulling each other
bad
up.
competition.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, again, that's almost like a blessing in disguise that you
Fuck
guys
yeah.
have each other because, like you said, once one person starts to, you know, succeed, you're kind of bringing that other person in some sense with you, not like, you know, riding the coattails, but check this guy out. I mean,
And
like,
You're
It's like
progressing
you do
as
it.
they're progressing.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Like
of
your
course.
sound is becoming more of you, and theirs is becoming more of their own thing.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So
It's dope.
yeah, that's dope and just fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say already. It's all dope though, because I totally drew a blank there. But I was just thinking about how everybody. Oh yeah, I was gonna say you need it too. To succeed, everyone needs to like work together. You can't really just do it literally by yourself. Like it's way better when you make those connections and like, you know, find like-minded people and shit and weed out the fakes and weed out whoever, because then you have that strong core and all of you know different people, obviously.
Everyone plays their part.
Of course.
Exactly. And if you're making
makes
like
sense.
different types of music too, you're bringing in different fans,
people,
different.
Of
yeah,
course. Someone might be
everything.
interested in what Lvcid's doing, but
Yeah.
then here,
Like
oh
just
shit,
earlier with that girl.
he sounds like the Beastie Boys or whatever, you
Yeah.
know, like I want to check more of him out, you know.
Ozzy Osbourne of rap over there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we got a couple of different, you know, sound alikes. I had another question. I've completely just lost that.
It's rubbing off, my bad.
The fuck, dude. What else? So wait. So how did this?
Slave to the fuego.
That's right. Go follow me if you're not already following me. Not that I really care. Don't follow me if you don't want to. Don't be fake. How did this whole show get put together now?
Fucking yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, it's Torchface really like
Yeah.
started whatever. Like he started like really finding out the information to do it. We had talked about it for a while, and they had a Grimm Fest in Texas right at the start of the new year. I think I mentioned it in the last one. I was supposed to go, but like the people booking it fucked it up, and like, you know, it just didn't work. You know, they were trying to fly me out, but it didn't happen till last minute. And at that point, you know, I had other plans. I was like, bro, like my bad. I can't like keep putting off my life.
Right.
Just because you're not ready yet, you know, till the week of the show, you know, like my bad. I got other shit.
Of course.
So they still did that. After that, Torchface and Nadas and some of their friends and stuff down in Texas just moved the show and took it over. You know, they're like, fuck it, we'll move it, we'll do it on our own.
Right.
And that was the first Grimm Fest, technically. But this is the first one with all three of us. And we had been talking about it. And then Torchface was just like, yeah, I've been getting details on a venue and all that shit. And he basically did all of it. Like,
Okay.
He put it all
he
together.
contacted the artists and stuff, and you know, got the venue slot and shit. And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
man.
I like the artwork and everything too. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I think he made that flyer too. Honestly,
Yeah, he made it.
Where so who are the members of? So
that's
you got
it. Yeah, it's
Torchface.
Torchface, Nadas, and me.
Okay.
And it started out, Grimm started out as a combination of two things, because Torchface and Nadas were in this group, Graveyard Boys.
Okay.
And then I was in BLDG with Doug.
Right.
And it started with that, and then, like, as time went on, like, some of us in the collective, like, you know, were working a little more than others, so we kind of just narrowed it down, and we didn't, like, kick anybody out and be like, fuck you.
You started a new thing.
Yeah, we just kind of said,
Branched
well,
off.
we're just going to keep a smaller, whoever's going to keep working on this, when everybody figures their shit out and knows what they want to do,
Right.
then we'll talk about, like, expanding again.
Sure.
But once it was us three, we kind of just kept it like that, and we're probably going to keep it like that now forever, as
Okay.
long as it
Yeah.
lasts. I mean, not to say forever, because obviously you don't know. Anything can change at any time, but, yeah, for now, it's just us three, and, it was kind of, again, Torchface's idea of combining it because he kind of wanted me to be in Graveyard Boys, but I was in BLDG. So I was like, I'm not going to leave or be in both. That's kind of weird. So since we all knew each other anyway, we said, why don't we just combine it? And him and the dude Wolfer and, I think it was them too, had been talking about Grimm and shit or whatever. And I don't remember because this was like 2 years ago now. But like, I just remember Torchface hit me up and he was like, yo, you down to like form just a one collective and call it like Grimm Mafia? I was like, fuck yeah. And that was basically it. And then it was just us three.
Okay. One of my favorite things about like going to live shows and whatever, because
Yeah.
I was talking about earlier, I like to see Fish a lot. I've seen them 50 times.
Yeah.
But I like the like special performances or like things that like are unexpected that end up happening. Like I'm sure there's people out there that probably want to see you guys perform together.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know much of your music, so I can't really testify as to what it would sound like with the collab. But
It's brutal.
It's
Do
like
you-
a metal
dope.
influence.
It's
hip-hop.
dope. Yeah.
okay, so do you guys think that at some point in time, like you'll perform together,
Well,
figure
yeah.
something out?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Besides, like on the
Now that
same
I'm gonna
night,
be
you know what I
here-
mean?
no,
Oh.
yeah. Besides on the same night, it
Like
all
in the
that-
same on the same stage together.
Yeah, all that comes again with like as we keep getting out there and getting more and more popular, and like it becomes less of like trying to pull together our resources to like organize a show, and it becomes like everyone wants to see you. Can you come here? Then it'll be like, yeah, I'm bringing out my boy Lvcid, or
Right.
vice versa. Like, yeah, I got Bearded Legend. Let's rehearse a set. We got the venue to ourselves. Like
Yeah.
it's all right now. It's just kind of as we're still coming up. It's more like organized in a different way.
Right.
Whereas like we just want everyone. We want to make sure everyone gets heard separately.
Sure.
Because we're all trying to get noticed.
Of course. No, that
Individual,
that
Yeah.
makes total sense. Yeah.
But
Why bunch everyone together when you guys can each get
Yeah.
your own airtime?
Especially when everybody's so different.
Yeah. Well, and you're making the trip all the way out to Cali. Like,
yeah,
and that wasn't my point. Like, I wasn't saying you guys should only do that,
no, but
but
down
I
the
think
road,
it would be
like,
cool,
yeah.
like, if you guys had
Well,
your
yeah,
own.
me and him are going to be working on some music together.
Yeah,
so
for
Okay,
sure.
cool,
we will be
cool.
performing that live sometime.
Exactly.
In the future.
What can we get a little
we didn't start it.
teaser? Is what you guys think? No, obviously.
I
but
was
I'm
gonna
just
say
saying,
we
like,
didn't start it. yet,
idea
really.
wise, like, you think it's going to be more metal based or more like rap based or?
It's gonna be both. Like
Okay.
basically, like just honestly.
I honestly don't know how it's going to
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm
to
intrigued.
try.
That's what I'm
Me
saying.
too, 'cause
I didn't know if you guys talked about it. That's why. I
well,
was-
not
yeah.
much, but what I would be thinking is like because he does have more metal influence and like I don't have as much shit with that, so I would have no problem like mixing more towards his than mine.
Sure,
But
sure.
Again, with a lot of collaborations, especially if you do more than one song, it's like the same shit. Like we'll probably do a song that's more towards my style,
Yeah.
and then one that's more towards
Of
his.
course.
Exactly. Yeah.
That
Like,
makes sense.
back
I would
and
love
forth.
to do something
Yeah.
because I'm like a multi-genre artist. I do
Yeah.
all different types of stuff,
Right.
and like that's like my MO. Like that's what people know me as. Like Lvcid raps, he sings, he plays guitar, he screams, he does all this stuff.
Okay.
So like I love trying new things. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Like, and I would love to make a type of song like in the genres that he makes. You know.
Right.
Hell
So
yeah.
so you not only do the vocals and stuff, but you actually make the
I do everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make the
I
recordings.
produce everything. I'm here in New York right now recording a new album. I'm a rapper,
Okay.
but I did like a metal album
Right.
a year ago, and all my fans were like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Well, I grew up making metal music. I'm a metalhead. That's
Yeah.
what I do." But like, rap took over, and like people started to know me as a rapper. So when I did the metal thing, everyone was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
But it actually was a positive thing because I got more people into it, and like now it takes time. It's funny, you put out music like a year ago, and now people are just starting to catch on to it type stuff.
Of
Hell
course.
yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna be playing at this show. Like it's me and my drummer. I'm gonna be playing guitar, going into the rap stuff. My drummer will be playing drums over my rap stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So Yeah, it's more of like a live instrument type
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's great. I mean, I love shit like that because
Hell
you
yeah.
don't know what you're in for, and then
Exactly.
you kind of just let the fucking music
I just want to
come
give
you.
people a show, man.
Yeah, well, and
You know
that's
what I'm
what it's
saying?
all
Like,
about. I mean, like, you don't want people showing up and being like,
Exactly. Even
I'm
when
not
I
about
just,
this.
even when I wasn't doing the live element stuff, like with guitar and the drums, I just, even like rapping, I'll be going crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm dancing around, or I'm getting something to my music because I want people to move along with me.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're an entertainer.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you're trying to, put that product out there.
Exactly.
Like, not only am I musically,
Inclined, yeah.
inclined, but I can also perform and
I can
give
look
you guys
cool,
a show.
too. Yeah.
Exactly. No, I mean, that takes a lot of practice, I guess.
Oh,
because
100%, man.
you can be the best rapper or guitarist or whatever
But
in
you
the
can
world.
still be boring as fuck.
But as soon as
Yeah.
it comes to like being in front of the microphone, people freeze up and
Yeah.
exactly like stone. Like
Exactly.
no movement, no
Nah.
way about them.
Yeah.
I pride myself on my live performances. Like that's like I feel like if you come see me live, you'll be a fan more than even listening to my shit. Like,
Right.
Because over the past few months, it's funny because I'm excited to play this show because I just started doing this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I just started adding the live element to my work, and I'm very excited about it.
That's awesome.
Very excited.
And that's a great fucking way to test it all out more too, because
Exactly.
We were talking about that the last time that you were in here. Is like
yeah,
from the first time that you went on stage and like you felt like you were gonna yak before you went on stage.
and I almost ran away. Yeah,
and then you ended up doing it, and then every single time after that, you got that much
got
more
a little bit
comfortable,
easier, yeah.
better
now
at it.
I mean, yeah, I prefer even with that shit, and it's just again the other thing about being an entertainer too. Like you should. Some people you can tell when they're like trying to entertain. Some people you can tell when they're just being themselves. And
Of
it's
course.
like, yo, this dude's crazy.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I always love to do is like, especially if there's not like a fucking shit ton of people that are gonna like maul me or some shit.
Try new things.
Yeah, I like to go in the crowd and shit. I
Yeah.
like to stand with the people.
Of
like,
course.
bro, if there's
Move
like
around.
only like 20, 30, 40, 50 people, like I'm gonna stand in between all y'all while you're fucking pushing each other and I'm gonna rap. Like
Yeah.
but people love that. Like they love being like a part of it.
part of
You're
it.
not up on a stage looking down on them. You're like in it. It's
You're
like,
with
bruh,
them.
we're all like in this shit, like getting crazy, bro. Like I love doing that shit.
No, hell yeah. I mean, that's a great way to be as far as entertaining. Did you
Yeah.
guys hear about when Coolio tried to stage to crowd surf and
And what, he got fucking dropped?
he no one caught him and then they beat the shit out of him and robbed him and
I
I
didn't
just
hear
thought
about
that was crazy.
That's
because
That laugh is gonna be history.
Yeah.
Like, Julio's gonna get mad at me.
That's fucked up.
someone of his
Sorry.
like,
I like Coolio.
Right,
Yeah,
no,
me
no, I
too.
mean,
Gangsta's Paradise.
Hell yeah.
I was just gonna say.
But I
Evidently
guess-
not in the pit. He's not a gangster's
yeah,
paradise.
no, it didn't work out in his favor.
That's fucked up.
But I didn't know if you guys heard about that. I just thought that was funny because it's unexpected. But that's also like something that, not that you guys have to worry about, but just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
People are fucking crazy.
Nah, yeah, I
But
mean,
as far as entertainment, I don't want to stereotype you guys, but I feel like you guys look like you have that performing way about you. Like if I never met you guys before, I'm only meeting you just now, but
Dude,
like,
we were literally just walking here, and some guy in front of us like turned around. He was like, because he heard us talking.
Yeah.
He was like, "What band are you guys in?"
he's like,
And
I'm
I'm-
sorry, but I love music.
I
so
love
much.
music
It
so
was
much.
So dope.
And I was like, we're solo artists. I was like, I'm Lvcid, he's Bearded Legend. He like took our info and stuff.
hell
But
yeah.
he was like mad into like what we're doing, and he was just basically telling us like all this shit that we were just talking
Yo,
about.
we were talking about how like we decided to follow our dreams and not get married by the age of 30.
Yeah, and,
all
like,
this,
have
and
a
have
family,
kids
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And he's like, yes. He's like, don't do that. Because he did it.
Yeah.
And he felt like he was boxed in and shit. And
Yeah.
we were like,
Dude, we
was
just
this a
said
sign
that.
from
Yeah.
God or
Yeah.
something? What's going on over here?
Yeah,
Nah,
I
yeah.
mean everything happens for a reason. Maybe God really was reaching
It
out
was
to you and
telling-
saying,
yeah.
Exactly.
stay on that path because you guys are headed in the right direction.
Well,
you know?
I do think everything happens for a reason. Like even besides him being on the show, he's here. We met, we chilled. Like he's a dope ass artist, and he after us,
you, bro. So
yeah, and after thanks, and after not just us talking online, finally also just like meeting and talking in person.
Yeah, we like
we see things
we just
the
walked
same
around
way.
the village and like fucking talked like the
Yeah.
whole time. Like we were gonna try to go to some places, but we just ended up talking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
going to Zoomies and getting skateboard shit.
Yeah, I had to get some new hardware. But we found that we do see things similar ways, and you know, I also do think too, like I was said to him, I also think it comes with, because, you know, we're not in the younger crowd, younger meaning
we're like in between.
Teens, 20s, yeah, we're like in the late 20s.
Right.
Whereas like we know more about, we've done more dumb shit and like have learned from it, and like we know now it's all about like the long run. It's not like
it's not
blowing
about the
up,
quick rise.
yeah, blowing up, getting money and bitches.
It's not the quick rise, it's the slow burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the problem is that you got mainstream media telling you that that is the way that it happens.
Dude.
So
and like
people
be
just
flashy,
listen to that.
yeah, like all that shit. Like no,
they haven't been through the hardships where they realize, oh, it's not that easy.
No.
I mean, you guys, like you were saying, you're at
It's
that
not
point now
easy.
where you've not only realized that, but you feel like you're on the right path. I mean, you even appear to be on the right path. You know what I mean?
It's not easy, and that's not what it's about. You know, like it is about like what we were saying, like talking to people who we help with our music or who like our shit. It is about being in there with the crowd or inspiring people. You know, like you want people to relate to you. You want people to feel like they're part of shit. Because like when people feel left out, that's when like they feel like shit. You know?
Of course.
And they might not like you.
Yeah. And it's we're not better than anybody, you know. We're not. We're just people, and like everybody's people. So like even if you suck ass at music, it doesn't matter. You're probably great at some shit that I suck ass at, you know. Like,
of course.
That's it. So we're all like the fucking same. Like,
I need you, you need me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Regardless at the end of the day.
Well, in the same way that you just said, like I'm an entertainer, so this is my craft.
Yeah.
I also like Pokemon cards. Which
he said that
is
too.
someone else's craft.
He literally was like,
I said I think pyramids produce energy, and I am all into ancient cultures, and that's all I care about is music and pyramids.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should start doing videos like that, because I remember when Joe did the first Pokemon video, I was laughing my ass off.
Hell yeah.
Just because he was so stoked to get the card, and I was like, dude, people would probably die laughing at me because I'm so stoked about pyramids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the same shit.
And it's
though,
personable. People get to know me. You know?
That's what I'm
People
just
don't
gonna
know that
say.
about me.
At least you guys aren't limited to just the music, because like. Not that it gets played out, but like,
but still,
you need to show other sides of you
are.
besides just that. I mean, and that's why social media is such a blessing,
you
because
become personable.
Your fans would have never been able to see this shit X amount of years ago, and now they have like
they can
direct
see everything.
access to anything. That
and
you're
again, that's
doing
another way.
Really.
That's another way of just connecting with the people who like your shit. It's like, listen, like again, because sometimes people like hit me up. They might hear like a song I did that's like kind of dark, and they immediately think that's like how I am.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I'm not walking around here with like, you know, looking like fucking
666
or like looking like the bitch from The Ring, you know, like fuck, you know, like I'm gonna kill you. Like, no, I'm over here like making my shit, and then I'm going to the store and buying fucking Pokemon cards. I'm like, holy shit, a Charizard, you know, like
exactly.
But it's like that's just who I am too. Like I was saying to him before, like when you think about it, when you actually know how a person is and like them for something besides what you would know them for, like for example, if you like an actor or an athlete because they're dope at what they do, and then you find besides that they're also a cool ass person, you like them 100 times more.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
So that's what you want, people to know you. You want to let people in and shit, like, because in the same sense, there are times where I like somebody's music or again an athlete, and
Just
they're
gonna say that so many times that artists that I love, dude.
Look at
Especially
Kanye.
You find out there
living in LA, I've met so many artists that I thought I loved, like,
and
they're fucking assholes.
Yeah,
and then
for
it
no
makes you
reason.
like, fuck this.
And
shit.
I don't even like your music anymore.
Yeah,
and I never ever want to be that person.
No,
of course,
ever.
Same.
Well,
Even if I gotta be nice to death and I gotta get away from somebody, like where it gets to be too much, like we said, when our fans start trying to talk to us too much to where we can't handle it. I understand, but like I never want to be an asshole to like people, like, especially if they look up to me,
Exactly.
like, or they listen to my music or anything like that. Like,
well, the same thing that you said last time too about like your lyrics and everything.
Yeah,
you never want to see someone hurt themselves or feel like negative towards it. Like, you're like you said, your lyrics are never about like killing anyone or whatever.
No,
it's more just
they reflect. If I'll have some lyrics that may like use shit like that metaphorically.
Yes.
You know, like I do have a lyric that says, you know, I'll cut your motherfucking head off like a samurai.
Yeah.
I got one that says, "Run up on me while I'm smoking and you getting lit."
You know
that can be, you know,
anything.
But it's just like it's just like
exactly.
it's just like, you know, exactly. It's just like used to like compare. I'm not gonna fucking cut nobody's head off, bro. I would like feel really bad.
Exactly. Point being that you guys have an underlying like not only good message, but like you know, you guys are good people, so you're not trying to you know negatively influence anybody.
No.
Never.
But as far as like
I'd feel weird if I'd be like, that's not me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like even in everyday life, getting away from music and whatever else. Like, if you're just a person out on the street, like you're not gonna just be a dick to everyone.
No,
you know, like
hell no.
If anything, you want to get along with people. If someone's a dick, then you.
Dude, I say thank you to the people when I go through the drive-thru and they look at me like I have 10 heads because 20,000 people went through the drive-thru and didn't even say thanks once.
Of
Same
course.
thing when people
Like,
sneeze.
thank
you.
People sneeze. I'm like, bless you, and they're like,
huh?
I'm like, bro, you sneezed.
Yeah.
And it's even funnier because the way we look, like people don't think us to be that nice. Too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah.
funny.
It is funny. It's crazy though.
So
but that's changing.
How did you get into music? Like when did you get into music first off, and how?
Man. I got it. That's why I'm here in New York. So I'm here recording a new album with
Right.
my best friend that I grew up with in Staten Island. He got me into guitar in 8th grade.
Okay.
I saw him play Sum 41 on guitar. We were in his room in his apartment, his parents' apartment one day, and I literally just was like, I went home to my dad and I was like, Dad, I gotta play guitar, you know, and that was the beginning of it, and that's how the journey started. I never like strayed away from music since then. But music is a weird journey because you start off, like I started off as a guitar player, playing in bands, all that stuff, and then around the age of like 19, 20, I literally got tired of the band thing because I felt like, me and Joe literally just talked about it. He said he did the same thing. He was like tired of trying to have 4 or 5 other people on the same page as you. Like, because I literally one day I was like, looked at my other band members and I was like, what if there was 5 me in this band? We'd be on Warped Tour or something already, you know, and they got all mad at me. But I was like, this is the truth, you know, I'm putting all this work in and everyone else is just chilling, thinking it's going to happen when it doesn't just happen like that.
Exactly.
So that was when I put my foot down. I said, screw this, and I became Lucid.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that was it. That was like almost like 6 years ago now. Well, actually, no, a little bit longer than that. I said when I was like 21. So 7 years ago.
Okay. So you were saying about just going to be performing live. So you've never done a live show before?
No, I have.
you have.
No, I'm saying I've never done a live show as Lucid with the band element.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't not done that. I mean, I have. I played my first show with the live stuff like a month and a half ago in Orlando, sold out show. And it went over really well because I played a rap show. Right. But I opened with the metal stuff going into the rap stuff, and the kids lost their mind. Yeah. I didn't think they would like it because they looked like some. It was like I thought I was going there for some like underground rap thing. I didn't think they were like into the metal music like that, and they loved it. It was unbelievable. So I can't wait to do it at this show because I feel like it's similar vibes, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. I mean, people love a variety too, and like especially like I was saying before, if it's unexpected and like you whip some shit out like that, and
it was so
either
dope,
people
man.
haven't heard it before or they're low key metal fans and they're just there at that rap show. Like
exactly, they
that's
get
such
down
a
to it.
That's such a great surprise and like just. I mean,
It changed my mind.
A great addition to the show. Yeah, of course. I mean, that gives you new, ideas and kind of directions with how you can.
I've been practicing a lot for this, for the LA set.
Right.
Because, like, the first show I did, I only played the metal songs, and I didn't have my drummer play drums over the rap songs. So it was kind of like transition. It's like I open with the metal, put the guitar down, start rapping. Yeah. You know, that's cool and all, but why not just have my drummer play the whole time? And that's what we've been working on.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I mean, I just love like any form of like
live music.
Exactly, live music and like you out there by yourself is cool, but to have someone in the background, kind of jamming along with it, that just
adds to it.
Yeah, it's a little extra, a little sauce with it.
I feel it. It's a little sauce with it.
But so, how many shows do you think that you've done, or you've only done that one?
I've done a lot of shows.
Oh, you've done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally just played a show in the Czech Republic in Europe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've played in London. I've played in China.
So safe to say you have fans all over the place.
Oh yeah, I'm not like a big artist, but I have my own following, and like I've done things differently. I've done it all independently. Like the show in Czech took me almost 2 years to do because my music first got noticed out there a few years ago, and then this kid, my boy Bless Mick, shout out Bless Mick, I just dropped a music video with him yesterday that we shot in the Czech Republic. When I went out there to play the show, he 2 years ago started showing people around in his town, which was like 20 minutes outside the capital of Czech in Prague, my music. And my music just started getting around in Czech until the point where it got to the point where they could bring me out there. They flew me out there. They paid me money to do the show. And I went out there for a week and I did a feature for him. We did a music video. I shot one of my own music videos out there. And I couldn't believe it, man. Honestly, going out there changed my perspective on music.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I was thousands of miles away from not just my own country, from my home. And I told Joe the story. I was like, I got off stage. Well, he was telling me when he was in LA, he was playing his song and people were screaming the lyrics back at him. I was like, dude, I was in fucking the Czech Republic, bro. Like, not to flex, but I'm just
overseas,
across the world.
yeah, exactly.
And kids are doing that to me. And then that was amazing on itself. And then I get off stage and I'm taking pictures with the kids. I'm sweating balls, you know how it is. And I go to the bathroom and take a piss. And then I turn around, I get out of the bathroom, wash my hands, and I go to turn around. And this kid, he was like 8 feet tall, 7 feet tall. I'm not a tall guy, so he was huge, bro. I looked up at him and I said, "What's up, dude?" And he looks down at me and goes, "Dude, awesome performance, but how come you didn't play the Jesus song?" And I have a music video where I'm Jesus. And I reenact the story of Jesus, but it's like trap Jesus. Yeah. Like ghetto Jesus. And like he asked me why I didn't play that, and I literally I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, I didn't even know people knew that song.
Yeah.
You know, and let alone them across the world.
Yeah. So not only were they singing along, like
dude,
people were like requesting songs that you didn't even drop because they're that big of fans in some sense.
It's in another place.
Yeah, that's wild,
dude. It redefined music for me.
Yeah,
like so it gave me more. It gave me a new fire in my soul, almost.
And like a better perspective.
Like I'm still always burning. The fire's always gonna be burning, but it like added like some gasoline on top of it.
Of course.
Just.
Of course.
You know.
Hell yeah.
No, honestly, I mean, I think that's like one of the things that kind of determines, like, in some sense, like, you made it in that way because
that's what I said.
It's only up from there.
From there, you know what I mean? Like when
you're not gonna drop off after that. Like that shit is gonna fucking send you to motivate you that much more to want to do cooler shit. You know.
Every day I say I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm not a religious person. I guess I'm more of a spiritual person. I don't know what is going on, but thank you. Maybe it's just me. I made my life this way, but like I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I appreciate even being here right now. Thanks to Joe, you know, to tell you about what I do.
Hell yeah, man.
That's so cool.
Love promoting artists.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't want to say underground, but up and coming.
Yeah, we're underground.
Up and coming artists.
We're underground till we're major, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
and I'm not in any fucking rush to be major, dude. Like, if we can stay independent and just make our living and reach the people we want to reach, and
that was what I was just about to say. Like, you guys don't seem like you're in any rush to get there.
I don't want to fucking sign on my shit to some asshole who doesn't do any work.
We've had people at higher levels try to come at us, you know, for things, and we still have just decided to be who we are right now.
And like, I'm down to work with like-minded people, you know, and you know, like, if it's maybe even label-wise in the future, I'm just saying, like, the like whole like machine of like, you know, you sign on, they fucking own everything you do, and then you work your ass off, and fucking they're just, you know, sticking their hand in your pocket. I don't fuck with that. I want to stay independent,
you don't want to be a piece in the machine.
Still,
you want to be the fucking machine itself.
Yeah, I want to be a different fucking machine, punching that other one in the fucking nose. You
exactly.
know? Like, I don't want to deal with all that bullshit. Like, I want to do my own shit, and I'm down to work with people in the industry too. You know, whether it's artists, managers, producers, whatever the fuck. But I'm just, like I was saying, like, it's mostly just the independent shit that's really attractive about everything. Like, I like being able to just know what the fuck I'm doing and have nobody tell me, like, you can't do that, you know? Like,
you can be 100% comfortable with whatever you're doing.
It's just what I want to do.
And not paranoid or worrying about anybody
and it's
up
not
your
like,
ass.
you have to do this
Joe,
show.
like, reads my mind.
Right?
He, like,
like
reads my mind.
You have to put out 2 albums this year. You have to go here for this tour or this show. It's like, bruh, I don't gotta do shit. Like, fuck you. I don't feel like it. You know?
Yeah.
And I think we're at an age where we're responsible enough to know what we need to do.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one needs to tell me what I need to do for my own music career.
Of course.
Like, I could take advice.
Yeah.
And there's some things that I would like to do. We were talking about stuff earlier, like more marketing and things like that. But like everything else, we got covered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when it gets to a bigger level is when we might need people to step in and help us. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like with certain things, because it gets too crazy.
But at that point in time, you guys want to be the ones to be like, yo, we should have more people on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to be
rather
okay.
than people begging you or
I literally
suggesting to you or
dude,
whatever. Sorry.
I literally no, you're good. I set a standard not a standard for myself. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you say. It's like a promise to myself. But I said when the day comes where I need somebody to help me, where it gets too crazy, I will bring somebody in.
Exactly.
You
Same
know,
shit,
like,
bro.
Somebody that I trust. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That they might not even know that I need them, and they're just gonna have to come in and help me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because everything's looking right.
No, that seems like that is the way that it should be, rather than being like, all right, well, my only option if I want to succeed at this point in time is sign on with
Because
this.
think about a label. Like,
Sign your fucking life
bogus
away, bro.
ass manager. Or
think
whatever.
about a label. Yeah, it's like you sign with them and they give you who you need.
Right.
Yeah.
Who they think you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not who they think you need. It's just how you can make money for them to pay them back for the money that they lent you.
They
'Cause
fronted
that's
you,
what
yeah.
that's what the label
There's
is.
That
always going to
money
be
that
some sort of
blinded you.
ulterior motive.
Exactly.
And beyond that, nobody knows you better than you. So, I mean, if you have a specific idea or, direction that you want to go with, ultimately you're going to be the one that is going to have the best, mindset with
Yeah,
that, as opposed to this other party trying to say, no, this is what you should do.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple aspects.
I mean, think
to
about it too. Like most artists that get popular or they signed to a record label, they got popular for what they were doing.
Exactly.
And then, you know what I'm saying, that gets absorbed and
Yeah.
maybe possibly changes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Once they go mainstream or whatever, they
Yeah.
kind of conform to whatever they're told to do.
Yeah, and you hear the shit, like, one of the things that just, like, turn me off about all that, too, it's like, you hear about so many artists, like, music and shit, getting, like, fucking held hostage, bro. It's
Yeah.
like, you can't release this. It's not
dude,
what
I
we
know
want
people
you
that
to
are
do.
signed to
It's like,
I know
bruh.
people that are signed to like Interscope Records that have been shelved for years. Like they haven't even put out music and they're signed to a record label, like a huge record label.
Right.
And they're in the studio for a year and their whole album they record 3 albums and they haven't put out 1 album yet.
But it's not because of them. It's because they're
there's
under
something
contract
going
or
on
some
with the
shit.
label.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't
Right.
even understand.
That's
I
really
couldn't because I
interesting.
haven't experienced it.
That's
You know
got to
what
be
I'm saying?
super disheartening too for someone who just spent a year in the studio with
Like,
And
making all
doing what
this
they
shit.
want to do, and then be like, nah, this ain't good enough. We don't want this.
Yeah.
Like what?
It's like, bro, but what do you mean this ain't good enough? This is what I want. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but you belong to us now, bitch. You know, like,
of course.
How are you gonna pay this money back for
Yeah.
the studio time that we just gave you for music that we don't like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That's
No,
why I
that's,
just be over here just doing it.
that's a really good point. I mean, and I hope that people, not that I have a lot of viewers, but I hope that anyone who is aspiring
Who's
to
listening?
perform, that was listening or whatever, kind of takes that advice, because I feel like the most pushed idea is like, you need to have a manager, you need to get signed, you need
Nah,
to.
yeah.
That's the beauty of the music industry now.
Yeah.
dude, it's become so independent. There's only 3 major labels left.
Right.
Like the big ones, because everyone's consolidated down into those. But like, because there's so many independent artists like us.
Sure.
Thanks to
There's
the internet.
artists that are killing it,
Yeah.
that are making millions of dollars independently
Yep.
as musicians.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like, why would I not do that? And then we
Exactly.
also talked about there's so many different genres of music nowadays that me and him could be famous in our genre of music, and I'm walking down the street and no one knows who I am. But
Yeah.
I'm so popular to this person over here. I'm like a god to that person. You
Yeah.
know, like that's why music is beautiful now. So I can make a living, live my life, be popular to a certain group of people, but still walk down the street in New York City and no one knows who I am.
dude, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? That's cool.
That's the same
Back
thing.
in the day, it wasn't like that because there was
No.
only like 4, 5 artists in the whole world.
Of
type
course.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Of course.
Certain bands, only certain genres. Now everything is just exploded. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just going to continue to get crazier.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that, going back to what we were just saying, like, the internet is such a powerful and, like, beautiful place for someone who is trying to promote themselves, but, doesn't want to get involved in all that extra bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
it's a platform at your own pace and fingertips, as
Your own
opposed to,
discretion, yeah.
And you could really learn anything you fucking want.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't, even down the road, you don't want to learn. If you don't want to hire someone in marketing, you don't want to hire like a fucking entertainment lawyer. You don't want to hire any shit like that. you fucking just
Educate
take
yourself.
the extra time and learn your fucking self. You know, if you got the money, go to school. Fucking, you can literally, if you want, handle everything by yourself.
Right.
And you don't even necessarily have to go to school. Motherfuckers do that shit all the time. They just self-educate, and it's like, you know, it's like, who's handling your accounting, who's handling your booking, everything. It's like, I do it. It's like, bro, that's dope. You know, like, I mean, I'll be honest, I wish I could do that. Maybe down the road I will. But I'm not opposed to take on, like, somebody for accounting and shit like that, because I fucking hate all that shit.
Exactly.
Fuck money
When
and all
the
that
time
shit.
comes where it starts to get too crazy for
Yeah.
my own brain to handle, I
Then-
have to bring somebody in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Something like that, I get though, like, you know, money and and accounting. You know,
bullshit,
if it's someone you trust at least.
But the artistic,
Yeah,
Not-
You
that
don't
that
need-
shit's
yeah,
got to be
don't step on my
like in
toes.
your hands
I don't need
only,
anybody to
exclusively.
tell me how to make music.
Exactly. Well, because that's where the creativity dies. You know what I mean? When someone tells you, no, this is what you should do. It's like, no, this is my idea. This is what
I feel.
This is what I, yeah, exactly. This is what I thought of. This is what I dreamt of, you know?
Whatever, yeah.
Art is never wrong. People need
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Like, I'm not going to be I'll be the first guy to tell you there's things I like and I don't like.
Fuck yeah.
When, especially musically, but like, I'll never say an artist or a piece of art is wrong. Like, because it's all interpretation. It's all your own opinion of how you interpret something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I love art. You know, it's music, actual art, doesn't matter. You know, the best is when you go to the museums and you see like a piece of art that like this is a piece of art.
Yeah, and everyone's like, holy
Everyone's
shit.
like, but like,
And you're like, what
it's
the
the
fuck?
idea behind the bottle on
Yeah.
the desk.
Yeah.
That is what's so revolutionary. It's not the bottle on the desk.
Exactly.
Because anyone can put the bottle on the desk.
Right.
But why did he put the bottle on the desk?
Yeah.
Right?
Same with
It's
music
like,
too.
but I can't look at it like that.
Yeah,
Somebody
same
takes a
music.
canvas and like throws shit at it, and it's like, what was he thinking when he made it? It's like, bruh, he was like, I got some shit on my hand. But I mean, that is the good thing about it. It doesn't matter what it is. Like he said, like people can fucking look at it and just see beyond like what you see.
Well, and that's the main point, is that people forget that music is art, and
Yeah.
they're just so quick to judge when it's like, all right, I get that you don't like it, but that doesn't necessarily make it bad.
Exactly.
No, yeah, not at all.
So
Dude, there's plenty of artists that I've seen that I like think are phenomenal, but I would never listen to their music.
Yeah, of course.
Just because it's not me.
Of course.
But like,
Yeah.
I am never gonna take that away from you.
Of course.
Like, you're fucking dope, dude, at what you do.
Yeah.
As long as I want to be dope as what I do too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not going to make
Vice
someone
versa.
else feel bad because you're not into their music. They're consciously trying the same way that you are. No,
Exactly.
I get that, and I feel like more people within the industry need to be not only understanding but receptive to that
Exactly.
Yeah.
whole concept. What else? Switching notes a little bit. Have you seen that? This guy loves Sopranos, so I've been meaning to ask him about this.
Go, go.
Did you see the new?
About the movie?
Yeah, with the sun. I'm
Yeah, bro.
trying to remember what the name. It's like something of Newark or some shit.
Yeah, I forgot.
But I saw a
Fuck, I was
picture that
just
came up
reading
the other
about it.
day of like
His son?
The son.
On set?
Yeah, and like
Looks just fucking like him, bro.
it looks just like him, but the comments were shitting on him because they were
Really?
Yeah, it was
Fuck
on
them.
Facebook or something. People were like, what is he wearing, a North Face jacket or something like that? Like all this shit. I'm just like, yo, people
real Guinea
people
shit.
on the
Right.
and it's the same. Going back to what we were just saying, it's the same
He
thing.
can,
Like,
by the way,
that's-
he could say real Guinea shit.
I'm Sicilian.
Yeah.
100%.
hey,
Just
man,
before anyone says, bro, that's prejudice.
No.
I can say it. I can
I
say it. He can say it.
Greaseball, Guinea, whatever we want to say.
we gotta.
But yeah,
All of it.
I mean that pisses me off, y'all. Like, people just always look for shit to get pissed at, bro. Like, it's stupid.
If anything, I'm looking forward to that movie.
Yeah, me
That
too. I
is
can't
gonna be
fucking
sick.
wait. I mean, the things that would like make me apprehensive about it would be like if David Chase wasn't involved.
Yeah,
But he's
of
involved.
course.
He knows what the fuck he wants to do. You know, like
Exactly.
I trust him. He made the fucking Sopranos as dope as it was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
He
obviously,
wouldn't do this if he knew that it was gonna suck.
yeah, and if he wouldn't pick, James Gandolfini's son just because it's his son. If he sucked,
Yeah.
he'd be like, nah, you look like him, but you're good. And I think he is gonna be good because he is an actor. I've seen him in small parts and other shit, and
Oh, I didn't know that he had previously.
Yeah,
was
he's
on
he's like an
else.
Yeah,
actor.
I never even knew he was an actor.
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
And
but like
he's
people
obviously
say-
gonna take it seriously. He's filling his father's shoes, bro. Like,
Of course.
he knows
of
what
course.
The Sopranos
That's
did
big
for
shoes to
television.
fill, too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion, you know. Opinions
Yeah.
are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So I think that
And they all stink.
Yeah. I forgot that part. That's the most important part of that quote. But yeah, no, I mean, same thing going back to like the whole art and music thing. Like here's a piece of art and like a piece of history that is, you know, being added to the whole saga of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Obviously people are going to hate on it, but if you really like Sopranos, you're not going to form an opinion until you see it.
Give it a shot. Even if I don't like it, I'm
Even
still
if-
gonna
I'm
be
just
like,
going to say that. I'm
The
glad
Godfather-
it exists.
Like The Godfather Part 3, it was crap, but we still watched
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
yeah. And you still look for the good things about it.
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember most of it because I only
Exactly.
watched it a few times, but
But I remember 1 and 2 like the back of my
Look at
hand.
part,
Yeah,
part 2
exactly.
was better than part 1.
I mean, there's a reason why. There's a reason why when they play the marathons, it's usually just 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Right.
yeah,
What-
it's all whatever.
What do you think?
Some people love 3 as their favorite one. I've heard that
What?
before. Yeah.
What?
What do you think of? Do you think any of the other actors are going to be in it from the show?
I don't think so. I know fucking the dude John Bernthal. I
Okay.
think he's playing, you know, the Punisher dude.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be fucking. Damn, I forgot. He's either playing. I think he's playing like, Tony's father.
Right.
And I don't think they're bringing back any of the actors from the original one because they're all supposed to be younger versions.
Right. Yeah, that makes
But,
sense.
yeah, I don't
the
know.
same reason, obviously. I mean,
So this is a prequel.
exactly.
Somebody, I forgot who's playing Uncle Junior too.
My internet
I don't know.
works.
It looks dope. I want to fucking see it.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing.
It's going to be a movie?
Yeah.
The Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah.
Many Saints in Newark.
Trying to see who. And Michael Gandolfini is the guy's name.
Yeah, it's
Um,
his son.
But I was just looking for the release date because I haven't seen anything yet. Though I think that they're still probably filming it or whatever.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, we're going to have some time before it comes out.
Yeah, release date September 25th, 2020.
Oh
So
shit!
you got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
2020.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's next year.
13 years after the acclaimed HBO series to end.
Yeah.
I saw you were watching some other movie or show last night. I don't know if it was
Last
the same
night?
one. Not the 100. It's another one. It's like a scary one that you've been watching.
Oh, I watched
It's like
the
that-
Haunting of Hill House.
Exactly.
That shit made me cry like a fucking little girl, man.
What? What's that about? I'm intrigued. I
Did you
wanted to
see
ask you
it?
about that.
No.
Oh, you never saw it either?
No,
Well,
no,
I'm
no.
not gonna spoil it, but that shit's fucking sad.
Scary or it's
No,
sad?
I wasn't scared.
Give us
That's
a
what
little-
people ask me too.
Give
They're
us a
like,
little teaser of what it's about.
They're
though.
like, were you scared crying? Like, no, it's sad. Like, it's like, oh my god, this is fucking dark. Like,
Fucked up, yeah.
it's about like this house, right? So this family lives in this house, and it's like fucking evil, basically, and it
Sounds
is haunted.
typical
It's called Hill
haunting.
House, and it's haunted. Okay, and you know, like the spirits kind of like follow some of them through their lives, and like
right.
it's just, you know, it's kind of, it makes you really think, especially if you watch shit and you're able to like put yourself in character shoes. Like some people just watch shit at face value and it's like, this isn't scary. It's like, no, but think for a second. Like think if you're a kid or even an adult who's still seeing shit and like you have your siblings or other people just telling you you're like sick, like you're mentally sick.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, you're actually not. You know, like these people actually aren't sick. Like this is all real.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, that's not what made me cry about. What made me cry is, like, some people die and shit. And it's just, like, you see, like, their lives leading up to the point where they die. And, again, being empathetic and, like, thinking, if you were in their shoes, it's like, I just want to, like, hug this person. Like, this person needed someone to believe them and be there for them. And, like, now it's too late. People are believing them when they're already dead. Like, fuck.
Maybe that crazy dude in Amityville did. Maybe he just saw some shit. And
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Needed a hug, Joe.
Guy said, that's different.
Nah, I don't get
This is more like suicide type shit.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay,
what
okay.
makes it sad.
That's
and,
what
like,
makes it
yeah,
different.
Not like murder your family type shit. Well, yeah, nah, not like Amityville. That shit was fucked up. But and that guy was like doing drugs, wasn't he?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know
that
either.
They got 10 million movies based on it, and
Yeah.
like, if he was alive, he'd probably be out of jail and like I'd be a millionaire.
That
with
fucking
a
house
book.
isn't far from where we grew up.
Yeah,
That's
it's
nuts.
like 10 minutes
You gotta
away.
take me one day.
People
I wanna see
people
it.
are always going there taking pictures.
Yeah,
and
I'd
shit.
love to see that
I used to
shit.
work in Amityville before I worked here,
Yeah.
and place was right around the block from where I worked.
Yeah, dude.
so-
I mean, it looks different, but you can still go.
yeah,
to the
of course.
address.
It was just for sale last year, which I thought was crazy. Like,
No one stays there though.
who the fuck is gonna buy the Amityville Horror House?
But
Yeah.
that's I was gonna say too. Like
Where the fuck
when I
is
tell
it?
people,
I have no idea.
not just the Amityville Horror House, like this Haunting a Hill House shit. The home is like a big like Victorian home, but it's like a mansion. It's like me just as a person anyway. I don't care if you give me a fucking $100 billion. I'm not buying a big ass house. Like if I don't,
Shit's creepy.
Yeah, if I don't know
A
what's
Victorian.
going on in
Yeah.
every fucking room,
Yeah.
then I don't want the fucking house.
Yeah.
If I can't see from one end of the house to the other with my fucking plain eyes because there's like a maze or fucking a million rooms, I don't want it. Like
Built
what
on
the
top
fuck?
of an Indian burial ground or some
Any,
shit.
I just don't want nothing. The staircase to that house looks like the fucking, like in Dumb and Dumber of like the hotel they're staying at, where it's like big and then it goes up like two ways.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want no fucking house like that. Like that's scary, bro. Like forget the ghosts. Like somebody could be living in like the west wing of your house and you don't even fucking know.
yeah,
I don't want
that
that
is
shit.
fucked up.
Bruh, just give me like a fucking nice open floor plan house where I can see all the fucking like, okay, there's like the bathroom, there's the bedrooms over there. Like, I don't want no winding twists and turns and hidden cellars and shit. Fucking,
Bro, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment in Queens.
that's good
and-
enough for me, bro.
and
Shit.
with a living room, and sometimes I'll hear like sounds from
Yeah, you're
across
like,
the
what the fuck?
apartment, and I'm like, how the fuck could anyone even get in here without me seeing? You
This
know?
house
But
got like 4 floors.
I couldn't imagine having a Victorian. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't. The only
a
reason
big
I would
family.
ever live in a big ass house is if I had people occupying everything.
Exactly.
Because then
my
I'll
point.
be like fucking Home Alone.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like you have that big ass. I don't even know who's his brother, sisters, cousins. Like they just got a bunch of random ass people in their house. But like, if I lived in that situation, then I'd be like, well, yeah, I know fucking Johnny Boy over there is in the other fucking room.
Yeah.
That's not a ghost. It's not me and like my 4 siblings all in one fucking hallway, and you hear a noise like fucking, somewhere else. It's like, the
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
is
that.
that?
I would love to meet somebody or talk to somebody who's actually been through an experience like that.
Like a
that
haunted
wasn't
house?
bullshitting.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a bullshit artist. Like that'd be crazy.
Did you guys see that new
Scary.
Ted Bundy movie that just came out on Netflix
No,
with
I
Zac
didn't see it.
Efron?
Did you?
Obviously, I watched it because
Did it suck?
I'm a loser.
Bad?
It actually, for someone who starred in High School Musical, was
I didn't think he would be bad. I thought he
Really
was
good.
Did
Good.
he play
Yeah.
Bundy?
Yeah.
yes.
He kind of looks
Yeah,
like.
I
this,
said
like,
the same
fuck.
thing. I'm
Well,
like,
because they
no
said
way.
Bundy was like the good-looking guy, right?
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
got the girls
Yeah.
and shit.
For the 70s or
That's
whatever,
so
he was a
weird.
good-looking guy. But like when they like show like the part with like his teeth, he's got like fucked up teeth
Yeah.
or whatever. I was like, Zac Efron probably has great teeth.
Yeah.
He's like,
Well, I
he's got
think
like the
Zac
$1 million
Efron-
smile.
He
You
was
know,
also.
like,
I saw like the coming attractions. He's a little too muscular too. I don't think Ted Bundy was like all like.
yeah, it wasn't the
shirt
best
and, like-
casting in a lot of sense. They had the one dude from Big Bang Theory was the lawyer.
Oh,
from,
Sheldon. Yeah, that dude, right?
yeah, not the shorter one.
No, I know.
But the taller.
His name's like Jim something.
Yeah, but it wasn't right. And then they had the kid from Sixth Sense.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah,
That dude's
all
cool
grown
as
up.
fuck.
I was like, what is
Yeah,
he
he's-
doing in this
He's
movie?
mad funny though.
He's mad funny, but like they made you not like his character, and it just was confusing for him to be in that movie. Like I like him as an actor, but I
Yeah.
didn't want him in that movie.
I went to a party at his apartment once. Like,
What?
yeah, like I don't know, 2012, 2013.
Here in the city?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, it
That's
was
so
random.
random.
It was like some dude I know's birthday, and he was friends with his roommate. I don't think he was home, but it was his apartment. And they're like, "Yo, you know who lives here?" It's like who?
That
Like,
is
Haley Joel Osment. And I
fucking
was like,
random.
"Oh shit."
What? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
cool.
But anyway, yeah.
But
I'm,
yeah.
I'm gonna check that movie out probably.
It is really good. I don't know if you watched the Confessions. First they came out with that, like Confessions
Yeah,
with the Killer.
no, I never watched.
That's really good too, but it's like you need to invest like fucking 5 hours to watch that one.
Yeah, I never watched none of the shit that's on Netflix. I've watched, not to sound like a whatever type of guy, but I used to watch all that shit already all the time. So like, I know there's like new ones and like specials that push a lot of shit into it, but like, on YouTube, I've watched all the interviews with, like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and Charles Manson and Edmund Kemper and like all those crazy fucks that like kill mad people.
Of course.
I already watched all that shit. Now it's becoming a fad, and like random girls are just like want to fuck these serial killers. It's
I know.
like, bro, like no, you don't. Like, you know what I mean though?
Like what?
It's like their fucking Facebook background is like a fucking picture of like Richard
like,
Ramirez
drawing
like
them and
smiling
stuff,
and his
yeah.
shit. It's like you don't love this
That's
guy.
just
Like
weird.
he would want to kill you and
destroy
shit.
you,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like fucking like sexually violate you. Like
Yeah.
what is hot? Like
Hey, some
that's not
girls like
hot.
that shit.
I guess just because it's so
wanna
obscure
act like it.
and so unrealistic
Yeah, nah,
in
yeah.
their
I get
own
it.
life.
It's like I'm interested in that, but I would never like be like make that my background picture on some shit. Like I idolize this dude to like cut some chick's head off or some shit. You know,
Right.
like no, like those dudes. You know, they're not right in the head, and like they do some shit and whatever. But you know, some of them are fucking geniuses, honestly. But still, it's not like. So was Albert Einstein, bro.
It's like an evil genius.
Watch some shit about
Exactly.
Albert Einstein.
Evil genius.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
So you're from Florida, you're saying?
I'm originally from here. I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
But
so
I
you're
moved to Florida when I was a teenager, like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, and I ended up staying in high school there, going to college there.
Where in Florida were you?
In Fort Myers, where I first moved to, and then I went to college in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where like I've been ever since. And I was out in Cali for like the past 4 years.
Okay. Cool.
And
Cool.
I just got back to Orlando like 4 or 5 months ago, but I'm already on the move to get back here to New York.
Yeah. Well, didn't you say you moved back here now? Or you're
Yeah,
just
I
on
literally
vacation?
just yesterday I found a place. No, I came up here to look at some places,
Right.
and I found the place yesterday. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be moving within the next week, sometime hopefully.
That's got to be huge living in the city, like in New York City bound, because you have access to performing at these local spots if you
Yeah.
feel,
I mean,
up to it or whatever.
100%. That's what I was talking to Joe about. Like when he's talking about a show, I was like, "Yo, we need to do a show in New York, like soon."
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's the difference. I mean, I have never been to Florida. I know it's random as fuck, but
Yeah.
I don't know how close and relative it probably was to where you were living and whatever.
Oh yeah, Orlando's a pretty big city, dude. It's not like New York City, but like there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's
Right.
a pretty good music scene there. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
For
know
all
that.
genres of music. Yeah.
Yeah, I just mean like as far as like stepping out of your apartment, say if you were in Brooklyn,
Oh yeah.
going
yeah.
up like 2 blocks to
Oh yeah,
whatever
yeah.
fucking
and
bar.
there's people playing music.
Yeah, exactly, like-
nah, that's only in downtown Orlando. Like you'd have to live in downtown Orlando.
Exactly.
To see that. Well, yeah, you're right. Here it's everywhere. You
Yeah.
just step out and it's there.
That's just what is awesome about
New York.
the whole New York thing.
New York
I mean,
is the greatest city in the world, man. Me and him were talking.
Yeah,
Something I think we were
it
talking
really
about
is.
earlier.
yeah.
It is.
I was talking to one of my buddies. Not that I'm funny or anything like that, but I want to push myself to try to get out of my comfort zone and do some like stand up.
Do it, bro.
Dude, I used to go in the village like on Fridays. I was coming here. I dated a girl here a few years ago, so I was coming here a lot more often.
Right.
And I would take her every Friday to the village, and we'd go see the stand up, like just open mic stand up. And some dudes were really funny, man.
Yeah.
I'd be laughing my ass off. They'd make fun of me in the crowd. They'd be like, "Shut up, Jesus!" Redheaded Jesus laughing at me. I'm laughing at them.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's
Try it.
that's what's great about New York. I mean, like you can go out there. There's a million fucking places. You could technically bomb. No one might even fucking see you,
Yeah.
and then try it again. You know.
Exactly.
So I mean, the same thing that what I was just saying about comedy could be attributed to
To
music.
music.
I mean,
Hell
you
yeah,
could have
dude.
an off night, just want to get it out of your system, or something,
I've
and then
played plenty of shows where I don't think I've done my best.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, even if you're in a funk and you're like, I want to perform.
Oh yeah,
and then you still have a shit night, maybe at that point in time it's like, all right, well now I'm kind of rejuvenated. Now I can kind of like
yeah.
start from here now that I'm like got that out of my system.
Hell yeah.
So I was gonna ask you something else. As far as like the whole Cali thing, when are you guys going? Just the day before, or
I'm going the day before, yeah.
okay? Because I saw something.
When you staying?
I'm going the 29th, oh, so 2 days before. I get in on the 29th. I'm flying into Vegas because it was cheaper. And I'm driving to LA with my drummer and my manager. And then we're staying until like the 3rd.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
and
I'm shooting like videos and stuff.
where are you
like that.
staying in LA? You got Airbnb or?
I think
a
so,
hotel?
yeah. I'm not
Okay,
positive yet.
I'm fucking.
I saw Grimm posted something that said like, "Oh, Grimm headquarters" or some
Nah,
shit
I don't
like
know
that.
what that was,
Was
yeah.
that fake? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where he was. That was not us. But I'm going in on the 30th which is Thursday.
Yeah,
the show
I
is
get
on
that
May
Wednesday.
31st. Flyer says over
Friday.
there. And yeah, which is the Friday. I'm leaving the 3rd as well.
Okay, so then we'll be there soon.
Yeah, we'll be chilling. But I think Torchface is leaving actually the 2nd.
Okay.
So for the last night, I got a hotel, just to, like, chill out. But like, I definitely want to hit up Venice. There's some like fucking like Dogtown murals I want to take a picture with, because it's like.
Let's do it. I'll take you around.
You want to come? Yeah,
I was just gonna ask you guys.
I'm like from there, kind of, so like
Yeah.
I know everything. Over there.
Oh, okay.
What
I'll
else
take
is
you
the
around.
plan for
There you
Cali?
go.
When I was in Cali, I was in San Jose for a couple of days, and then
Yeah.
we drove down to LA. And
San Jose's nice.
yeah, no, it was great, but like
LA's like.
LA is that, but at the same point in time, there was a shit ton to do there.
Oh, of course.
And
yeah.
like I was there for in both areas for fish shows, so it was like I was only there for a limited time.
Yeah.
And LA was really like that's where you could kind of find weed and
Oh, yeah.
not only that, but like Venice Beach is there.
I
and,
love Venice Beach, bro.
you know,
I
go
don't know.
check out like the skateboarding pit
Yeah.
and go chill in the fucking, you know, Pacific and all that shit, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All like the tattoo shops. My buddy wanted to get a tattoo right on like the boardwalk in one
Yeah,
of those
Just
shops.
be outside smoking in public.
Yeah, exactly. All the
Beautiful. The weather's beautiful all the time.
That's what I'm
Venice
saying.
Beach, like,
there's a million people out there at all times. There's always something going on. I mean, like
that's what I'm
that's
saying. Dude. I remember being out there like it's not even 6 months ago. Like I said, right before I moved back, and I decided to go skateboard one day because like Joe said he was getting back into skateboarding. But I was telling him, I was like, I tried to do it a few months ago, but it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
But I went for like a few days, and I was out there one day, and I was laying in the grass. Right, I got done skateboarding, and I like laid in the shade. You know, I was like, and like some guy pulled up to me on a bike, and he was like, "You're Lvcid," and I was like,
what the hell?
I got up. I was like, "What the hell? Who are you?" He's like, "My name's Richie, dude." He's like, "I don't know. I've been following you for a long time, man." I was like, "Okay."
That's sick.
He's like, "Yeah, keep up the good work, bro." And just went away on his bike. So that's my point. Like, I'd be out there, just meet random people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I go out there when I skate. I talk to everybody, bro. Like, just tell them, you know, and then you could network. You know, they're like, "Oh, what do you
Yeah,
do?" "Oh,
I
I make music." You know.
That's wild though. I mean, like you said you were living there for a bit.
Yeah, I lived in California for the past 4 years.
Sure. So I mean, like in that sense, it's not like you were just on a trip. Like you
No.
were there for a decent amount of time, so
Exactly.
people could kind of get engaged with you in that sense.
I
But
made a lot of.
still, in all, like you were saying, like people can follow you online. So when they see you out in public, it's like that's pretty wild that they'll catch you off guard and be like, "Hey, I know you."
He caught me up, dude. I would.
Yeah.
I literally posted it right on my Instagram after I was like, I was just in Venice Beach, and some kid came up to me and he just told me he was a fan of my music, and he knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "You're Lvcid."
That's awesome.
He was like, so nonchalant about it, and I was like, "Yeah, thanks for noticing me, dude." Like, you know, like, it's funny.
That is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is dope.
You actually remind me of this one.
Rob Zombie. No.
I was gonna
No,
say
no,
that.
no.
Zombie.
Rob
This,
Zombie.
I'll show you who I'm talking about. Man. I don't know if you've heard of Van Alden.
No, I never heard of him.
That is not his actual. Here we go. I guess he stole someone else's name.
Dude, speaking of stealing though, I networked with like one dude. I don't talk to people in public. I'm mad shy, unless they come up to me. And this
Honesty.
dude came up to me, and what he did, he asked if I made music, and I
Hey.
gave him. Oh, word! I could
That's
see
me
a
with
little
the-
bit.
He's got the same voice.
Van Alden. Oh, that's his name.
From Cali, moved to Brooklyn. Like does rapping / like
Interesting.
yeah. He got started.
Got like the same beard as you.
He got started on that show Big Brother, which is kind of lame, but
Yeah. No, I know. About
he
Big Brother.
from there I guess took his fame and kind of like went with music, which I thought was interesting because most of those people are just like
Yeah.
once they get off the show they're just all about like Instagram and
Yeah,
and
reality
being famous.
star shit.
Yeah, I mean like that's
He
lame.
used it to
but-
boost his music.
Exactly. And I
Kind
mean
of like Cardi B.
yeah,
I mean, like,
where did she start?
She was in
from
Love
Real
and Hip Hop.
Housewi- Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Hip
yeah,
Hop
Love
on
and Hip Hop.
MTV.
right. I did not know that.
Yeah, now she's one of the biggest artists that ever lived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really listen to her, but I've heard a couple of her songs, and like, it's catchy. I mean, you love it or hate it,
Yeah, it's
she's
doing her
doing
thing,
something.
bro.
She's getting most people's attention. You know
Killing
what I
it.
mean?
Doing
She's
her
fucking
thing.
killing it.
That's what it is. It's
Destroying it.
she probably is. I mean, I can't speak for her, but she probably is happy with
her work also.
I'm
I mean,
sure.
I hope
You know what I mean?
If that's what
She's winning Grammys.
that's
and,
what I'm saying.
and
If that's what she
setting
wants out
records.
of it.
yeah. Well, I don't mean the success, but the actual product itself. The music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw a thing with her. I try not to judge her. I saw a thing with her where she was ranting. She was like, "You don't understand how much time and sweat and tears I put into that album." Her album that went like huge. I don't know what it's called, but like she was really going off. She's like, I slept on floors and shit. Like I didn't even sleep some nights trying to work on that album. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I can
I don't
never
think
take
I'll
that.
ever have that problem, bro.
Me neither. But
I mean, I have problems sleeping, but I won't let shit stress me like that.
yeah, me
bro.
neither.
Well, but people don't
Oh,
realize
fuck
how
this.
much goes into making a song.
Yeah, or even just how people handle it though, because a lot goes into making a song, but some people handle it different ways.
Yeah.
Like if I were to like miss sleep over doing an album, it would just come out like shit because I would be like, I don't want to do this, you know, like I'm in a bad mood, you know. So for me, if anything, I just wouldn't make music for like a week, and then
Right.
I would just
Catch
be
up
like,
on my rest.
all right, I'm ready. Let's do this, you know, like.
But that's that label shit too at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they
Like,
put the
she's-
deadlines and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not even
Well-
that's that. They probably telling her what to make. type
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Well, and that's kind of what I was like getting at is like, is she probably is being fed by someone else.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for her, so I
No,
don't,
I
I
was
don't
gonna say,
know one
I
way or
don't know.
another. But
I
when
don't
you're that
think
big,
so.
You
it
don't know
seems
the
like you
situation.
start with your own shit, and like you were saying, at some point, once you're signed and you're that
It gets
big,
manipulated,
they give
yeah.
you what they think that the masses are gonna like.
Yeah.
From the
Or-
outside looking in, that's what I would assume.
They also see certain things, certain songs you do, or certain things about you that they feel appeal most to people. So they say, okay, well, make a song about this now. You know, like because people want to hear you talk about that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I don't want to. You know, it's like, oh, we don't care. Your name is right here. Your soul is mine.
The Grateful Dead started in 1965, and they didn't want to be mainstream, but they didn't go mainstream till basically 30 years after they started their band, and they were huge, like
Yeah.
had followers the entire time. But I just think that's cool that like a band that has the opportunity for such a long period of time to go mainstream with all these great songs
Yeah.
was like, nah, fuck off. Like, we're doing our thing. We have our
Yeah,
fans, and that's it. You
Yeah.
know, like the same way that Fish is. Like, people don't know who that band Fish is, who I see all the time, but
I've
like,
heard of Fish, yeah.
if
I
you
know
do
them.
know them,
Yeah, I
you
do.
fucking know who they are,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like you know what they're all about,
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
their fans go to every single show. You know,
It's like the Dead. It's almost like the Dead. man.
It's the
it's a
exi-
cult following.
Exactly. It's the exact same thing in that sense.
Yeah.
Fans of one are also. I mean, I love the Dead and I love
Yeah,
Fish,
yeah.
so I go to see both of them. But
Hell yeah.
obviously, Jerry Garcia isn't with Grateful
it's a
Dead
bit
anymore, so
different now.
you go to see John Mayer instead.
Yeah.
But you know what? People shit on him. I actually.
No,
I love
Props
John
to him,
Mayer.
bro.
dude.
That's what I was gonna say. John Mayer-
is one of my.
I want to run
I
through the
follow
halls of
him.
my high school.
That's my boy,
Of
bro.
course, of course.
Can't wait to meet him one day.
Bro, you don't realize how much hate he gets, especially from the Grateful Dead community itself.
That
Because
sucks.
people are like, he'll never be Jerry Garcia, and
He doesn't have to be Jerry Garcia. He's
That's
John
the thing.
Mayer.
And besides that, too,
gives
like,
his
yo,
own-
listen, if the band is down with him playing and they fuck with him like that,
Yeah.
Oh, they
respect
totally
that.
do.
That's what I'm saying. You like the band,
That's
right?
unbelievable.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not the Grateful Dead's like, hey, dude, you want to play guitar for us? You're like, sure.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what? You chose me?
Exactly.
Like, you guys are the Grateful Dead.
exactly. I mean,
That's nuts.
in that sense, I admire him and I admire his work and his ethic and and his presence on
And
stage.
sonically, it's not going to sound bad. It's
Yeah.
going to sound great, dude.
Oh, no, of
John
course.
Mayer's a top tier guitarist, bro. So,
Well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's in touch with himself too. Like I saw something, I don't know if it was on YouTube or what, but like something where he was like a chronic. What is it? Where like you need self attention or whatever.
yeah,
like he was
no,
obsessed with.
I saw the interview. He was a recovering ego addict.
That's what I couldn't think of. What the fucking term was.
his high speed crash wasn't drugs or anything. It was like going to the Met Gala and like things like that.
Yeah.
Like, and he said
Really?
once he would go to that, he'd get really really high, and then he'd go home and he'd feel really low.
Yeah.
Like, dude, John Mayer's. Really look up to John.
That's
Mayer.
what I'm saying. I mean,
Genius.
me too. I'm
Very
not a
smart.
musician, but he gives me a lot of inspiration
Hell
because
yeah.
he doesn't listen to the criticisms. He does what he wants to do. He's like clearly happy. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yes.
And he's in touch with
Chilling.
the fact that like, all right, I'm huge, but like I'm still chill. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll be friends with whoever. I'll still play with the dead, even though all the fans shit on me. You know, like
I mean, like just now, he just did with that Lil Nas dude, the Old Town Road.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Him and John Mayer are doing the song together.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I just
A
saw
whole
a
different
picture
song?
of them the other day.
No,
on
the same song, but John Mayer was just
Instagram.
covering it with
Oh,
him.
word.
I just saw some black dude with a cowboy hat on. I'm like,
Yeah,
who the fuck
that's-
is that? And
that's
then
the
like
Nas
you can
dude.
you can click on it to see who's tagged, and I saw a little Nas X. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, okay,
that's the
Old Town
I
Road
fuck
or
with
whatever.
that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Everybody else was asking me, "You hear that shit?" I was like, "No, I haven't heard it, bro." Like I'm so out of the loop with like catchy songs like that just come out.
Yeah.
But then I
It
finally
started
did
his
hear
whole
it.
career. He's like fucking.
But then
Well,
there's all
it's
this
dope.
backfire that it's not country music.
It's not real country music.
Yeah.
Why not,
I mean, I think if he says that it's country music and he feels
bro?
like
That's
it's
why
country
Billy Ray
music,
Cyrus got his ass on that shit. Now it's like, listen, achy breaky
That's
heart,
Billy Ray Cyrus's biggest song in history.
bro. What about achy breaky
Dude,
heart?
Achy Breaky Heart didn't even go as big as
Don't
this
tell
song.
my home.
Isn't that wild?
I was trying to
Yeah,
think
This
of
that
man
is wild.
revived Billy Ray Cyrus's career.
That's crazy.
That-
See, I didn't
Some
know
hip hop
anything. Like,
dude.
Is that song like selling that big?
No,
Like,
it's the number one song in the whole country. It's Billboard.
that's
It's the
crazy.
biggest song in the country, in the world, I guess. I don't know if that's Billboard. Makes
Actually,
the
I
whole
feel
world.
like somebody did say in the world. I think I read
It's the
that somewhere.
biggest song.
second biggest thing to revive Billy Ray Cyrus's career was the show Hannah Montana. I don't know if you
True.
ever.
Oh
that's
yeah, I've
true.
heard of that.
But before that, I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
That was when I
just
was
knew
a
it
kid
couldn't
still.
be hard.
But yeah, I mean, I
He's set for life. His daughter's a multi.
I was just gonna say that though. Look at what he like ended up with. Not only is he getting the reviving from this Lil Nas X guy, like his daughter
He's got
is a
Miley
fucking
Cyrus.
icon. You know,
It's
like
huge.
the same way that like Ariana Grande and
Exactly.
you know
It's
like
just as big, if not bigger.
and it's amazing that these people can get so gigantic. Like the same way Kim Kardashian. Like you have these specific names in our culture where like, not that she's a musician, but
That's
like
what what is she? That's what I always say. Like I'm not against the Kardashians. I'm not
No,
for
me
them,
neither.
but they don't
But-
do anything.
that's
Like,
exactly
why
what
are
I'm saying.
you
How is
famous?
she so
What
notable?
do you? Yeah, like what are you, a good mom? Okay, present that. Like you don't even present nothing. It's like
Well,
I don't
nah.
know. I don't get
I was
it.
gonna say she's good at some stuff, but not the stuff that they show on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I saw her post. I saw they posted something about her the other day. How she actually been trying to get inmates out of jail that had. Like,
That's
very,
good.
That had very
18 people she had.
she got them out. Yeah, that
exonerated.
had,
On like
whatever.
weed charges
Yeah.
and shit
yeah,
like
stupid
that.
shit.
See, like that's important.
'Cause she's
Use
a
your
lawyer.
fame for good.
No, that's good.
You have pull. Use it for good.
Now she's going to. I don't know if
Of
she's
course.
been doing that.
I think I read some shit like about they donate to mad charities and shit through the years and shit.
the amount
That's
of money
good,
they're
too.
pulling in, they
have
fucking
to.
better be.
Yeah, they bet
Yeah.
exactly. How much
I ain't
fucking money
hating.
can you
and
actually
you're married.
use?
You're
you know?
married to Kanye West.
If they ain't hurting nobody or
Double
having
the
people hurt
wealth.
themselves, like
Boom.
good for them, bro. Whatever.
But when I mentioned Kanye before, I wanted to kind of hear what you guys thought of him because as a non-musician, I think that his music is great. Some of it, at least. Some of his
I like-
older shit. But
yeah,
as a
I love-
person, I feel like he's a fucking asshole. But
It's
do you
you know. I
can
don't
you
know.
really judge
I
someone?
feel like he was an asshole, and
Or I
now
just
he's
feel
like,
like
you don't
I was
know,
an asshole,
Yeah.
and I need to not be an asshole.
Yeah.
like type shit.
I
Of
just
course.
think it's complicated to really gauge what his type of success and fame can do to your mind if you're not ready for it.
yeah.
So I don't think he's
True.
like an asshole. I think he might have just been caught up in that whole shit, like the whole lifestyle of it all. Because you got to think, like,
Old
especially
Kanye, for sure.
especially when you're like very successful and you have a lot of money and like reality might seem like weird, like that. If I start making mad money and shit, and like people all of a sudden like care about every little thing I do, and like shit like that, I'm gonna feel like I'm like living in like a fake world. I'm
Like
gonna be
some
like,
Truman Show.
yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna be like, what? This is weird to me.
You
Like,
saw that thing he went into like that college classroom and just stood on the desk and gave like a random speech in the middle of like some college class.
I don't know.
I don't even know what college campus it was, but like people were like, "What the fuck?"
All I know is I don't think he's. I don't have an opinion because I don't know him. I don't know what he goes
yeah.
through. But again, like you said, with anybody in general, you just wish them the best and shit, and you just hope that everybody gets, finds their happiness, gets their shit straightened out, whatever they're dealing with, and
I think he's definitely more humble now because he's a dad.
Yeah, no,
well,
definitely.
that's definitely gonna change
But
people being a parent.
I don't know him personally. Yeah, like I can't say.
Now it won't come up for me. I'll find it.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm not trying to shit on Kanye either.
Yeah,
no,
I
hell
mean, like,
no.
obviously the media is going to portray what they want you
Yeah.
to, like, take in as how he is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, they're not going to let you form your own opinion. They're going to say, no, like, the same way, like, how he interrupted Taylor Swift or whatever during that.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's funny.
Like now, that's funny.
That's fucking
Back
funny.
then, it was kind of like, ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
now it's
controversial,
funny,
but,
you know?
like,
Even back then, I laughed. Or like the Hurricane Katrina shit. I was like, yo, because he had the point too when he said George Bush doesn't care about black people, and then fucking what's it called?
It's like a picture.
Mike
of, like,
Myers is standing there next to him, like, okay, and they're just like, bro,
Right.
he just like called out the president. Like, that's crazy. That's dope. Like, so he just don't, you know, he says what he's thinking, bro. Like, he says what he thinks he's got to say, man. And like you said, Taylor Swift's funnier now. I mean, even back then I was laughing because, like, even if you disagree, even if I was a fan, I mean, you know, again, I don't feel any type of way about Taylor Swift, but even if I was a fan, I'd be like, yo, like, oh shit, like, he really feels Beyonce should have won that shit. Right?
Yeah.
It was Beyonce that he thought
he
should have
wanted
won.
Beyonce. should-
I was like, damn, he's just speaking his mind.
I'm
But
gonna let
again, you know,
finish.
opinions are like assholes. Also, not everyone wants to see it, or in that case, hear it. You know, so it's like you just gotta chill sometimes and be like, all right,
Definitely.
just whisper to your wife like Beyonce should have won. You know, you don't gotta like get up there like. Grimm Fest, as you see, Torchface, Nuts, Bearded Legend, also performing Lvcid, Amec, Filthy Flywheel, Ashes, Big ESCX, Shunned. But Grimm Fest, May 31st, Los Angeles, at RAREHOUSE, 7 p.m., 601 South Clarence Street, Los Angeles, California. Friday, May 31st, 7 p.m. Also, free show before 10 p.m., $10 after 10 p.m., which means if you get there before 10 p.m., it's free. And if you get there after, it's $10. It's going to be a fun time. Los Angeles, here we come. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready. For Grimm Fest. Great time. I feel like Garth in Wayne's World right now. Just like, okay. Whoa! Yeah. Now I feel weird. It's quiet. It's too quiet. And keep talking. Haunting a Hill House stuck in my head. Something's gonna come out from behind one of these fucking curtains. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a fun thing to watch in the editing process. Hi. I'm in Delaware. Okay. Nice.
Oh, he just slid.
Bruh, I was like Garth just now in fucking Wayne's World. Like,
I just recently watched that. I
What, for
had
the
never
first
seen
time?
it before.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. But every time that I would hear Wayne's World, I'm like, I gotta watch that. So it was on TV, like I guess a month ago or something like that.
The first one or the second one?
The first one
Where?
with like all the alternate endings or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you're gonna see when you edit this and I'm sitting here by myself, I might have said some weird shit.
Oh, that's fine. I can cut it out if you want.
Yeah,
but
definitely cut out the part where I try to say everybody's names on the flyer. 'Cause I was like, I don't think I'm saying it right. You can keep in the Wayne's World stuff though, but yeah.
Yeah.
You'll know what to keep in.
I think that's Ashes, right? Or is it?
I said Ashes, but then I stopped at, I was like, Big Escapes, ESCX.
Yeah.
I was like, just cut this out.
I also just watched
you're really gonna kill me now. Big Lebowski recently.
The first time ever?
It's a great movie.
I had seen like some of it here and there, but never from start to finish, and it was annoying me that I
It's
hadn't
like
seen
people
it.
that formed a religion off that movie type
Dude.
shit, right?
You know,
That's
dude,
wild.
You know, you can become a dudist priest,
A dudist priest, yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
you can legally like officiate weddings and funerals and shit.
Yeah.
Are
like
you
that.
kidding me?
Dudist.
You don't have to even pay money if you don't want.
The dude.
I was thinking about it. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, bro, I mean, why not? Like, imagine somebody's like, I want to get married, and it's like, hey, guess what? I can actually officiate it, but it's not like you know, whatever type of religion you are. It's what's it called? Dudism.
Dudism.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Dudist priest.
But it's almost worth it at that point in time because that's badass to be like.
I've read its philosophy and shit. It's a pretty good philosophy. Just like being chill and nice to everybody, like, and being calm. And,
Yeah.
Right?
Just
Collected.
gotta
Sounds
abide.
like a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're dudists.
And like being right and being open to like other people's opinions and shit. It's like,
I'm a dudist
all right,
then.
Yeah.
One thing I've really been trying to, I'm all over the place right now. One thing I've been really trying to like bring towards the podcast more than anything else is like kind of not only getting out of your shell, but like living life for like what you want to do rather than like what society tells you to do.
For sure.
And I feel like you guys definitely exemplify that in the sense that like, you know, you're bouncing all over the place trying to, you know, establish the best home ground for your, you know,
For my brand, yeah.
your brand.
Yeah.
And I mean, Joe's jumping, you know, all around too. Bearded Legend. Sorry to
I
drop
don't
the
care.
official
My
name tag on
My name
that.
is Joe. I don't care. When I meet fans and shit, I say
My
don't,
name is Sal.
Yeah, I say don't call me fucking bearded legend, bro.
You weren't. Your mom didn't name you Lucid when you were
Nah.
born.
All right.
Lucid and Gianni. I wish. That's my Facebook name. Look me up.
Fuck, I was gonna say something.
Coming out the shell, I'm doing some shit. He's doing some shit.
But yeah, no, I mean, more than anything else, like, that is something that a lot of people don't do. Like, the guy who saw you on the way here and said, like, shit, I've
Keep doing what
I've
you're doing.
been
Don't
married,
be
I'm
like
locked
me.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's what I feel like a lot of people kind of don't realize is that they're just locked into what society tells them.
In
Work
the
that
box,
9 to
bro.
5,
Well, it's the bubble. You
You
know?
know,
It's like,
get your couple of hours to go out and drink on
the
the
bubble.
weekends or whatever, and then repeat. Like,
I'm here to burst your bubble.
Right.
That's why I'm
exactly.
here.
I mean, that's great too
Same.
because you know what? Like, we need people that kind of set that off and show other people like, yo,
It's a spark, you know?
it's fine
It's
to
like a
it's fine to
idea.
do this. You'll be all right. You'll make it. You know,
Yeah.
but don't be afraid to
To
go
try,
for it. You know,
and try your hardest.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just like
Exactly.
you're trying so hard to get that 9 to 5 or
Yeah.
whatever that job that you want to get, like, try it with something
Put that
you
into your
love.
fucking dream.
You know,
Exactly.
that you love. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
never going to lead you in the wrong direction.
Money isn't everything, and beyond that, there's alternate ways to make money without
Exactly.
giving up your entire life.
And that's the thing I say to people too. I'm like, yo, even people in music who are so concentrated on just blowing up and getting shit. Because
Yeah.
people ask me that sometimes. They're like, what do you think I can do to like blow up the fastest? Like literally, I've been asked that
I've
a
been
few
asked
times.
that so many times. I'm like,
And it's like, well,
It's not
first of all,
about that.
Yeah.
and it's like, first of all, you're asking the wrong person.
exactly.
Because you just were telling me how you're surprised I didn't blow up yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
right.
obviously, I'm not looking for the same thing. But second of all, listen, money's always gonna be there, bro. Like, you can always get it in one way or another. Whether you get a job or you do it through your dream or whatever the fuck you do with it, it's always gonna be there. Yeah, I mean, unless the society changes drastically and there's no more money in the system. But I'm just saying, it's gonna be there. So in the meantime, focus now instead of not how you're getting it or how to get the most of it. Focus on just what do you want to be doing with your fucking life.
like
you know?
every day.
Yeah, like every day, like what counts, what's going to make the day count to you the most? Like, is it going to be going to the fucking office you work at or some shit just so you have a cool paycheck at the end of the week? Or is it going to be like making a song or, auditioning for a fucking role, acting in a
Making a
play or some
podcast.
shit, making
Exactly.
a podcast? Yeah, exactly. Fucking practicing any type of sport, skateboarding, fucking shooting some fucking hoops, whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, what is gonna make your day like where you're laying down at night and you're thinking
That
like,
was a good day.
I I did some cool shit.
Yeah.
Because it's most of the time, it's not going to be going to the fucking office and then coming home, eating your fucking McDonald's and then fucking falling asleep. You know, like.
And if you are doing that and you're wondering why you're not happy,
look at all that. Yeah.
Think more.
And again, though, too, like
Brain.
some people enjoy having that type of shit.
That's
if
another
that's
thing.
what you
Yeah.
like, then fucking keep doing it, bro. You like your little, fucking schedule. Go to the office, come home, eat some shit, go to bed. Watch your show on Netflix, go to bed, whatever the
Most
fuck.
people, that
Do it
becomes
up.
a routine for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they think that's what it is, and they become stuck in that.
the routine is
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, the same way that like I have a job here, and I have my degree in TV. I can go elsewhere, but because I can come back here every week and make the same amount of money or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm not actively seeking to move out of this place.
Yeah, of
because
course not.
It's
And you could work on your own stuff.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Still,
Yeah.
that's why it's not
So
bad at all.
It
'cause
complements each other.
Of
Yeah,
course,
exactly.
Of course.
Through this, you can fucking do shit that you want to do with your dreams and whatever the fuck your other goals outside of just getting the paycheck. Like you're
Yeah.
still doing it.
Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, the reason I do this too is not only to promote, friends and upcoming artists and whatever else, but I'm learning too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like
Always,
a
every
double
day.
benefit in that sense.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
coming out with a product, but I'm also at the end of each time, like I remember a lot of shit that we talked about the last time.
Yeah.
Like with every other guest that have had as well. I mean, like it's all part of like doing something different and not falling into that routine. Because if
Yeah,
I would
dude.
go home, I would just be watching shit on my computer
Yeah.
and doing nothing, which is fine sometimes. But
Yeah.
like I don't want to do that all the time, you
No.
know. And like
Same, bro.
I'm sure you guys like love doing your music, but at the same point in time, you want to get out and skateboard
We
or
just talked about it. We was
go
like,
out and see the city. Or
I was like, dude, you
know.
gotta we can't make music every day. We have to I'll make music for 4 or 5 days, and I'll burn out my inspiration, and then I need
Exactly.
to go live my life to come back again to the studio to
Exactly.
make more music.
Well, and that's the other common misconception is like, all right, well, this guy's committed, so he must be doing it non-stop.
That's
you know?
what we said. I'm like, yo, it doesn't work
Some
like that.
people do, but yeah,
Some
it usually
people
doesn't
do.
work like that.
Yeah.
Like you need to fucking go out and
It's
live
not a
your
normal
shit.
9
Yeah.
to 5 type shit.
No.
Like being an artist, it's more of just when it comes, it comes. We create it,
Yeah.
and then it might not be there for a week or 2 weeks, or maybe a month. Sometimes I don't even call them writer's blocks anymore because I used to get mad at myself. I used to be like, why am I not making music right
Yeah.
now? Maybe I'm just not supposed to make music right now.
Yeah,
Because all of a
it's
sudden
true.
one day I wake up and I make music because
Yeah.
I'm inspired to do it.
Sure.
And that's how the artistry works, I believe, for me. And Joe was saying it's kind of like
Yeah.
that for him too. So, people who don't do that, they don't understand that because they do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So they think, going to work every day is what it is. So I must be at the studio every single day. No, it's not like that.
No. And even with that too, it's like one of the reasons, because again, anybody who likes music can have it as a fucking hobby. But one of the reasons, again, I did it as a career is because I want to be able to have something that I do when I feel like doing it. So I can't, just like you can't force yourself to love another person or love something that you just don't love. I can't force myself to feel in the mood to make a song. If I force it, it's gonna come out like shit.
Yeah.
Not even gonna come out.
Yeah, if if it even comes out, but yeah, I like being able to just
But you do it because you love it. So
Yeah.
if you're not
Only.
doing it, you're probably not about it at that.
I
particular
mean,
point in
again,
time.
and I still obviously love it. I listen to music every day. I think of things every day, but I never stop thinking of ideas and things I want to write about or things I might want to sample or moods I want to put forth through my music and shit. But still, I'm not sitting there every single day and recording something.
Right.
I may be writing shit. I mean, a lot of the times, actually, maybe every day I do come up with a couple bars that I write down, especially if I'm watching a movie and somebody says something funny and I say it over in my head and then I end up coming up with some bars from it and shouting it out in a metaphor or some shit. I'm oh, let me write that down.
That's really cool.
That's what it's about with me, though. I can't, if I sit there and then, that's why, when people ask me to collaborate, yeah, I charge for collaborations with people because it takes up my time. But if they send me some shit that I have to force myself to write to, that I can't just like sit down and then it starts flowing, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say my bad, but you know,
That's how I am
don't
too.
you
Yeah.
know, I can't do this one. I'm not feeling it. Like
Because not only is it your time, but it's your creative
I'm
energy.
still
and-
I'm not gonna jip them and just be like, yeah, give me
Here
the
you go.
I want to
fucking
give
money.
you
Yeah.
something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and something that I feel, you know, something that I'm putting my feeling into, not just like, okay, it's a beat, I can rap over it. Obviously, let me just say some shit. Thanks for your money, fuck off. You know, like,
Yeah.
no, I don't do that.
Well, and a real person would appreciate that much more than
Yeah.
being like, all right, well, he sent it right back, so
No, yeah,
obviously we're good to go.
I
now,
gotta feel it.
you know?
Yeah, I gotta feel it.
Yeah. That is, that's really interesting too. I mean, I guess I never really thought about that. I know that last time you were saying that you were going to start putting some of your tracks out there for sale or whatever.
Yeah, I started doing that, especially to save, you know, to get to LA and shit, because like Torchface put the shit together, and like we're all, you know, chipping in to get shit done, you know, to secure the venue and whatever the fuck, if we have to, whatever. You know, the artists who are playing on the show chipped in as well to buy their slots. You know,
Right.
just like we're not doing this show again to make fucking money. We're doing this show to bring people together, to
Spread
fucking
their names out
give.
there.
And also, some of these artists may not have ever played in LA. We're giving people,
A
you know,
platform.
the
Sure.
platform to come out with us and be part of what we're building, while also getting their name out there and having a good fucking time. You know, like this isn't, again, like if you're in it for the right shit, like that's obviously money's cool, especially like when you need to go places and
Do your
whatever.
things, yeah.
But it's way cooler knowing like some of the artists that are playing hit me up and they're so hyped. Like he's hyped, you know, like
Yeah.
fucking hearing that they're hyped, or hearing that, you know, a couple of them, I've never been to LA before, I can't wait to go and meet you guys and play. It's like, that's sick. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about, you know, paying out of my pocket to get there and be a part of this. Like,
I remember being that person.
Yeah.
In the sense of the
that's
word.
what I'm saying
Yeah.
too.
Like-
just being so stoked to
So
like,
that's
play
even
with certain people.
a better feeling too, to know what it feels like to be that person. And now it's like, all right, well, you know,
It even-
these people are reaching out to me and kind of asking for my advice / telling me how excited they are.
Exactly,
You
dude.
know, whereas I was in their shoes, you know, not too long
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
And that is what goes hand in hand with what was being said before about answering fans and shit. It's like, bro, like, it's not like a crazy thing that I'm answering you to talk to you. Like, I'm a fan of people. You know, if I message somebody and I love their shit and they answer me, like, that'll make my fucking day. So if you're a
Yeah.
fan of my shit and me answering you is gonna make your day, of course I'm gonna fucking answer you. Like,
Yeah. The same way, like when I see like people will listen to your track or whatever, like on their own time and like record it on Instagram and then
Yeah,
you'll
and then I
repost it to
share
your
it, yeah.
story or whatever. Like that's cool that you see that people are listening to your shit and they're trying to like shout you out, and
Yeah.
then you know, in reciprocation, like you're also being like, hey, like I see that you're listening to my shit, like good looks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that. I mean that's huge. That
I fucking love all that shit, dude.
yeah.
I
That
live for that shit.
that's
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
it-
That
and
And
that's-
you know what? There's days where I'll be down on myself and my music
Yeah.
and shit. And when I'm down on myself, someone comes through and is just like, yo, dude, you're fucking the dopest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thanks.
Right?
I am the dopest.
That's literally
it's
what
like
it is.
confidence, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, you know, I mean, I even said doing this shit or other shit, but like sometimes, you know, one thing with me is like I get anxiety with shit, and like sometimes that in itself stresses me out. And so I get caught up and I don't appreciate doing certain things. Not little things like fucking like going outside. I appreciate all that shit. But I mean, when it comes to like going to do this show and shit like that, I might be more focused on the anxiety because I don't like airports. Not even flying. I just don't like airports. It's like too like.
I've never been on a plane before.
Oh,
Just to
shit,
Blow
really?
your guys' mind a little bit
Well,
more.
anyway,
You
I
should
don't
drove
like.
all the way out to Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like all the crazy shit. You know, like I don't like all the craziness and like confusion and shit. It, like
Yeah.
fucks me up. So I start stressing over that kind of in the days leading up to it. But then like as time has went on, I stop and I think like, wow, you know, especially if you talk to somebody, you're like, what are you doing? You know, you want to chill this weekend? It's like I can't. I'm doing a show in Los Angeles. It's like that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like actually, you know what? Yeah, it is. Or like
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
like when
Dude,
any
that's huge.
yeah, like when anybody hits me up, like I kind of, I don't take it for granted at all, but I'm used to like people from, like he was saying too, used to people from other countries hit me up online and shit and saying like, because I haven't been lucky enough to go yet. I can't wait till I do. But just hit me up and being like, you know, like, yo, I'm from fucking, a lot from Russia. I'm from Brazil. I'm from, you know, Argentina. I'm from Italy. I'm from, you know, the UK, South Africa. People are just hitting me up from everywhere and saying they like my shit. And like, I get mad excited about it. And I'm like, you know, like he said too, it's like crazy to know your shit is all over the world. But it does get like magnified when you're telling somebody who doesn't do music.
Right.
And they're, you know, if I'm looking at my phone and I'm smiling, they're like, what are you smiling at? I'm like, oh, somebody from Russia was just sending me videos blasting my music.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, you know what? It is actually really
crazy.
This is sick. Like, I know it's sick, but like now that you just made me think of it from your
Confirmed
point
that
of
it
view,
was
yeah,
sick.
like
You're used to it, so
really
it
sick,
doesn't
yeah.
occur to you initially.
Yeah.
But when someone
Yeah.
else from the outside looking in hears that, it's like,
exactly.
wait, what?
And like I do always appreciate it.
Of
I
course.
always get excited, but it does amplify that excitement when other people like put it in perspective. Like, dude, like there's people in another country who probably don't even know what you're saying some of the time,
Nope.
blasting your shit just because they like the way it sounds. You know? Like,
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I think that the difference is like it's good that it makes you feel good without like kind of bumping your ego. You know what I mean?
Oh, no
like,
way, dude.
Like you don't let that shit get to your head in the sense like, oh, well, I am the big fucking shit. You know,
No,
like
I don't think I'll ever do that.
yeah,
I think if I would have done all this and stuck with it earlier, instead of being like, you know, instead of lacking confidence, I think, you know, if I was like in my early 20s and I started getting noticed like this, I think it would have got to my head a little bit. Not bad, but, well, if you threw in like money and shit, if I started really blowing up back then and shit and making money, I think it would have got to my head a little bit. I would eventually learn my lesson because I always, you know, like I think I said in the last shit too, like I've been addicted to people before in the past, but like I was always like conscious later on about it and I
Yeah.
would feel really terrible about it. So like I feel if I started developing an ego, it would have caught up to me and I would have been like, oh my God, like wait a minute, I gotta stop doing this. But at this point in my life, I don't think, again, like I said, even with the big house, like you can give me $100 billion, put me on every talk show, everything like that. And honestly, I'm just going to want to like hide probably because I'm going to be like, oh no, everybody knows who I am. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I have to live up to too much now because I'm not going to think I'm like some godly dude, you
of
know?
course.
Yeah.
I'm still going to think like I'm a
human being.
random ass guy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
I
gonna
got
be like-
lucky.
yeah, exactly.
I didn't get lucky.
I mean, I worked my ass
Of
off,
course.
but still.
But it was
you
a
know,
little bit of luck, you know.
that,
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
The stars aligned, as they
Destiny
say.
kicked in,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Destiny kicked in, and it was just like, you know what, dude, you deserve this. Here you go. You've been working hard. You've been acting nice, and you've been a good person. Here you go. And I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm ready, I think, but like, chill, you know, like people.
Am I ready?
Yeah, like,
yeah. Well, like we
Chill.
said earlier, I mean, even though you put in all the work, everything happens for a reason.
yeah,
And the stars will align if
Yeah.
they're supposed to. And, you know, I think that is huge that you guys got that, you know, big event coming up in Cali. What is it? It's May 31st?
May
31st,
31st. Yeah,
Cool, cool, cool. So that's this month.
yeah, dude, a few
That's
weeks.
Like
wild.
a few weeks. What are we at, the 10th or what day is it? already?
Today is the 8th.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
3 weeks.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
So before we wrap up, I just wanted you guys to just shout out anyone you want to shout out. Throw your YouTube, your Instagram handles,
Hell yeah, bro.
any words of wisdom.
You want me to go
You
first?
go first, bro.
Well,
You can look into that camera if you want. If you don't want to, don't.
I was looking into it before. When I was
Yeah,
doing,
well,
like, my
it's just
Wayne's
like
World
I
shit.
feel like if you're speaking to the audience, it
Yeah.
almost makes more sense. But again, whatever you're comfortable with.
Fucking, yeah, I mean, shit. Again, come to the show if you're in the Los Angeles area. If you want to, like, fly out there or something, hell yeah, May 31st. Shout out to my Grimm brothers, fucking Nadas and Torchface, bro. Like, been doing this shit for a while now, and we have big-ass plans. Shout out to Lvcid, dude. Fucking dope as hell. I mean, I'm going to keep it short, but all my friends and family that support. Shout out this dude over here, man. My boy Ryan.
Hell yeah,
Just
good looks.
everybody, man. And the words of wisdom is
Slave
just...
to the fuego.
Yeah.
Follow Slave to the fuego.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
exactly.
Appreciate that.
And just Google Bearded Legend, you'll find everything, all my shit. But yeah, like what we were saying, just go for your dreams and shit. Be a good person and do that shit, man.
Official Bearded Legend.
Yeah,
Official
on
Bearded
Instagram.
Legend.
That's right.
And I go by Lvcid, Lvcid. Just Google me, find me, YouTube, anywhere. I got like 87 million music videos. I'm all over the place. And I want to just shout out my team. I want to shout out Avi Dix, Mikey, Zach Zizzo, my manager Dylan, and Miles High, and everybody that's been working with me collectively over the past few years. Esoteric Records, AWOL Risku. Appreciate all you guys.
Shout out Burgos.
Yo, shout out Burgos.
So
Burgos
we
brought us
found each
together.
other, yeah.
Yo, Burgos brought us together. Shout out Burgos for real.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna see this too. So
Hell yeah. This wouldn't be happening without Burgos. And I don't
literally,
know.
yo, damn, we gotta get Burgos here for the
Yeah.
next
Get
one.
them in.
Yeah, for the next one.
We'll have all
him
three.
here. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can you just like elaborate your Instagram? Just
Yeah,
because
my
it's, like,
Instagram is LVCIDPHVRVOH.
And there'll be
Pharaoh.
I'll have a title.
But
come
if
up
you
too,
just,
but
I should be one of the only LVCIDs. If you just type in Lvcid, I should pop
Just
up.
It's
look
not
for the
Junior.
profile. With
It's not
his-
Junior. Yeah, you'll see me. Like you can't miss
That's
this.
how I
Yeah.
found
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Exactly. That's how you find. And follow Slave to the Fuego.
Yo,
Thanks,
appreciate
Slave
that.
to the
Again,
Fuego,
Appreciate
for
Slave
this.
to the Fuego. Shout out Slave to the
All right,
Fuego.
guys. Make sure you go and follow them. Check them out for the tour. Got Bearded Legend and Lvcid in the studio. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you,
love.
bro.
Catch you guys on the next episode of the Stillwaggon Symposium. Take care, everyone.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, brother.
Hell yeah, thanks for having
Yo,
us.
good luck.
They ask me if I'm high, I say a little bit. I'm rolling up a fat wood and watch me take a little hit. When they see me, wanna beat me, but they can't believe me. Bad, I'm on the beach, I'm smoking out in Santorini. I am wishes like a genie, dreads under my beanie. Ignoring all these hoes, they probably thought I was a meanie. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I catch a tiger by its toe. Cause I'm a lion, got the mane, see it, now you watch it go. Let it go, turning cold, watch it snow. Bitch, I know, motherfucker, let it go, yo. Shout out to my brother Clippy, show me how to flow. Shout out to my plug, he hold me down, the money flows. Every time I'm in the whip, it's pedal to the flow. Or I'll be driving like a grandpa, cause you never know. Across the border, state to state, tons of green and metric weight. Bitch, we over here, we getting high, it's time to contemplate. They ask me if I'm high, I say a little bit, you say I'm on my mind. I say a little bit, you rolling up some weed, well, I'll take a little hit, you rolling up OG, well, I'm rolling Cookie Crisp on another level that you'll never hit. Bitch, I'm lit, fucking niche, getting rich, never switch. Rockstar lifestyle, might gon' make it. Rockstar lifestyle,